at Rutgers, yeah, we do it for the R. Scarlet Knights flexing hard, yeah, we gonna raise the bar. All the pride in New Jersey, man, we stand tall and proud. From the Brunswick to the shore, we gon' turn it up real loud. Athletics in our veins, we hustle, we grind. The streets to East Coast, so it's on our mind. Red and black, we attack, yeah, we never fall back. In the heart of the game, Rutgers putting up the stats.
Jersey strong, yeah, we doing it right. For the R, put a thumb and we gon' fight all night. East Coast energy, hit 'em with the hype. Rutgers on the project, taking that flight.
From the glassroom to the field, we excel, we win. Got the spirit of the all, let the games begin. We represent the Garden State. Hustle great, no debate. Determination in our eyes, nah, we don't hesitate. We got strength, we got heart. Every play, every ball. Loyalty in our soul from the end to the start. It's a Rutgers way, never sway. Steady on our grind with the pride of New Jersey. Success we gon' find.
Jersey strong, yeah, we doing it right. For the R, put a thumb and we gon' fight all night. East Coast energy, hit 'em with the hype. Rutgers on the project, taking that flight.
Yo, and it's the Angela Raw, Scarlet Knights, here a sword, champion the spirit, breaking down every door. Red wave rising, see the power in our stride. With the hearts of a night, we got that Jersey pride. When the lights bright on that Saturday night, Rutgers spirit burning, shining in the fight. In every passing tackle, we blaze with desire. In the halls of the Ivy, setting the field of fire. From the alumni to the youth, we carry the flame. United by the banner in every single game. This is more than just a team, it's a legacy strong. For the all, for the glory, we gon' carry on.
What's going on, everyone? What's going on? What's going on? It's Coach Edd here, ready to do it for the R, bringing you the first football game of the year 2024 season for Rutgers University. They're taking on Howard University, so it's going to be a crossover. Rutgers of the Big Ten and Howard of the MEAC, also of the FCS level. But it should be an interesting game, and it's probably going to be a little bit more closer than most people are expecting. So I'm going to take you guys right up until kickoff. Game is actually on BTN. Looks like it's going to be kicking off roughly in about 12, 13 minutes. But the Rutgers let out its injury report. So that was actually released earlier today. And as you can see, there's going to be some in-depth, there's going to be some players, key players on there that's on the report. I'm going to go over that real quick. But before I do that, let me tap into the stream. Salute, E-Man. I really appreciate you guys being here, tapping in. Bruce Harper, thank you for being here. Mitch, the point guard of the Hardcore Sports Network. Thank you, brother. Nothing but love and respect for you always being here. If you guys are here, make sure you hit that like button. Also, if you're new, subscribe and hit the notification button so you know when I post out new content. And everyone, always share on all social media platforms. It really helps me out and helps to grow the program. But getting into the availability report, there's some key players who are on this report. And if we go over the out program, Mohamed Toure, starting linebacker, is out for the season. AJ Sarace is a freshman, true freshman quarterback, highly recruited freshman quarterback, but he's out for today, recovering from an injury. Free safety, Michael Dixon. Everyone knows him as Flip Dixon. He's out for today. Defensive back, Shadi Salam, he's out. Freshman running back, Eddie Guerrero. Starting defensive end, Wesley Bailey is out. DK Gilly is out. The linebacker, Sam Piloff, is out. Defensive tackle, Troy Rainey, he's the backup nose guard, he's out. And Amir Stinnett. Now, questionable is going to be cornerback Eric Rogers. He's the starting quarterback opposite of Longerbean. Slot receiver, Christian Dremel. Safety, Jesse Ofrey. Running back, Jay Sean Benjamin. He's the third string running back. Tyreen Powell, he would be the starting linebacker, inside linebacker. Defensive back, Timmy Ward. Nose guard, Keontae Hamilton. Right tackle, Tyler Needham. Offensive lineman, Reggie Sutton. Starting defensive end, Aaron Lewis, Dante Chin, and Dino Kaliakmanis. So it's an extensive list. It's something that, you know, is going to be a little concerning with what's going on. But again, Rutgers does have the depth and the talent to be able to handle Howard, but it's not going to be an easy one. Last year, Howard actually lost to Northwestern, also of the Big Ten. They lost 23-10. So, and that was early in the season. So the Rutgers cannot take Howard lightly. They have to come out. They have to step on them quickly. So that way, you know, you can continue to develop a lot of the younger guys. There's going to be quite a few young guys who are also playing. So, you know, it's something I'm going to keep an eye on. What's up, Ghost Dog? Thanks for being here, man. And, you know, I really appreciate it. Yeah, let's go RU, baby. Let's go. So, Blaze, thank you, man. Really appreciate it. That's where I'm doing it for the R. Coach, I know you got so you do my give me a little Rakim. There you go. There you go. Those of you who don't know, yeah, I'm a big Rakim fan. So, you know, I'm definitely ready to get paid in full. Paid in full. So appreciate that, Blaze. So, but again, you can't take Howard lightly. I'm going to go over Rutgers depth chart right now so you guys can take a look, and you're going to see exactly where I'm talking about in terms of some of the key players who are out. So if you look at the here we go. All right, here we go. This is the starters. Player number 1, Damir Miller, Ian Strong, and Christian Dremel are your key starters at the wide receiver. Dremel is on that availability report. Your offensive lineman, left tackle Holland Pierce, left guard Brian Felter, center is Gus Zelinkas, right guard is Kwembe Asamoah, and the right tackle is Tyler Needham, who's also on the report. Tight end is Kenny Fletcher, quarterback is Athan Kaliakmanis, and running back is Kyle Monangai. Defensively, you have your ends, Wesley Bailey, who's out, and Aaron Woods, who's questionable. Keontae Hamilton, who's also questionable. I believe he was questionable, or was he out? Let me double check that. Sorry about that. Let me pull it back up. He's questionable. So that's actually Troy Rainey, who's out. Okay, the backup. Malcolm Ray, transfer. He's on your 3 tech. You have your linebacker, Moses Walker, and Tom Powell, who's is one cornerback. Eric Rogers is the other, who's questionable. Shaquan Loyal, Flip Dixon, as we saw, is already out, and Desmond Igman-Nolson. So behind Flick, you got a freshman, Kai Sanders. So he's definitely going to have to step up, and it's going to be an interesting one for him to be in that starting lineup. So we'll be going over the I'll have the lineups as we continue to go throughout the night. So what'd you say? Flip Dixon, pause. My bad. This is no pause zone. Exactly. This is a no pause zone, Blaze. So, you know, I definitely speak and give you exactly what I feel. So, but again, let me go ahead and pull up here it is. Okay. I have it right here. I'm going to give you a little insight into Howard so you guys can see exactly a little opponent preview. Taking a look at the Howard offense. This is from last year. Their head coach is actually their offensive coordinator. Last year, they averaged 28.5 points per game. Let me close out. Let me pause this video. Okay. In terms of yards per game, it was 367.3 yards per game. Passing was 195 yards per game. Rushing was 173. Defensively, their coordinator is Troy Douglas. They averaged 24 points a game. Yards allowed per game was 320. Passing was 143, and the rush yards was 176. Now, all time against Rutgers, they're 0-3. So Rutgers does have the advantage in the wins against Howard. So, but again, Howard finished 6-6 last year. So they did make the a bowl game at their level where they lost to Florida A&M. But again, they're a team that Rutgers cannot take lightly tonight. They have to come out and, they have to jump on them quickly. This will allow Rutgers to play a lot of their younger players because they have, good talented young players, who are on the bench. So, but again, I'm excited for this game. I've been ready for it, especially with the new Big Ten. There's a lot going on in the Big Ten with the addition of with the addition of Oregon, Washington, USC, and UCLA. So let me go ahead and get this on. But again, it's going to be interesting as an interesting season. Rutgers actually plays 3 of those teams. They play USC. They travel to USC this year, and they host UCLA as well as Washington. So those are the teams that they're going to be hosting this year. So going to have the scoreboard up, and I have it ready for us. So, but again, game is actually on. For those of you who want to hear the sound of the game, it's on BTN. I don't think you should. You should rock with me, but you can have the video on. But yeah, that's the where it's going to be shown on TV, BTN. So, I believe Matt Millen is one of the commentators. Anybody in Rutgers land, we can't stand Matt Millen, man. He's a very there are moments where he's supportive of Rutgers, but a lot of times because he's a Penn State grad, it just seems like he's coming down harshly on Rutgers. So, but hey, it is what it is. I love it. It just gives a little semblance of a rivalry. So right now on BTN, they're showing Rutgers walking down the rampway to enter the field, and everyone is just basically waiting. If you've ever been to a Rutgers game, you come out of the tunnel, music blaring, smoke flaring, and you have the prep squad running out with all the flags. So Coach Yano's there wearing a black polo with the red block R and khakis, long khaki pants. But again, you have the football team there showing Brian Felter, left guard, one of the captains, and here they come. Rutgers is heading out onto the field. Let's go, Rutgers. Let's chop. So don't know how many are in attendance at the game, but you know what? It's fine. It's fine. I get it, early season, plus you have, students filling out the school. You're just getting onto campus between New Brunswick, Piscataway. For those of you who don't know, the main Rutgers University campus covers 2 townships, New Brunswick and Piscataway. Yes, Jason Horowitz and Matt Millen, who's going to be covering the game. But again, the sports program access really is on the Piscataway campus, but the main classes, a lot of the main classes is in New Brunswick. So you'll hear me from time to time reference New Brunswick or Piscataway. Don't get confused. It's still the same area. They're literally one side of the road in a sense. One side is Piscataway, or one side of the river. Sorry. There's a river that separates the I lived in the area for many, many years. So, I know it all. So, but again, really excited about this right here. Rutgers, you got Athan Kaliakmanis going through his warm-up drill. He's going to be key. He came over from Minnesota to be the quarterback here at Rutgers. His old offensive coordinator is the offensive coordinator, Kirk Saraka. He's the offensive coordinator here at Rutgers. Did a good job last year. Through the year, had the leading rusher in Kyle Monangai, 1,262 yards. Had a quarterback who was limited. He was more of a running quarterback. His accuracy definitely it left a lot of question, in terms of the accuracy. Kaliakmanis, while he is not one of the top quarterbacks, I'm not going to sit here and tell you he's going to be a first-round draft pick. but he is a lot more accurate than Gavin Wimsatt was last year. Gavin his accuracy was roughly around 48%. And Kaliakmanis, I believe he's at about 56%. So there's a big difference there. So they have Tyreen Powell in uniform. So looks like he is going to go ahead and play. There was questions about him playing because he was recovering from an Achilles injury from back in January, but looks like he's recovered well. And looks like the other linebacker who's going to be starting today. Let me just double check that. The other linebacker is going to be Daryl Jerome. Looks like he's going to be starting as the other linebacker there. So, definitely excited, definitely ready. Looks like I don't know which unit was sent out. It looks like it's going to be the return unit. Is it the return unit? Yeah, it looks like Rutgers will be receiving the ball first. So you have the return unit out there. Let me see who's back. And you have number 2 for Rutgers back in terms of the return game. So you got Christian Dremel. Oh, no, that's not Christian Dremel. That's number 2. And Howard is coming out on the field. Rutgers is in their scarlet helmets, their scarlet jerseys, and white pants. The red block R is on their right leg. And Howard is coming out in their white jerseys. Rutgers numerals are white on their jerseys. Howard is a white jersey with blue numbers, silver helmets, and silver or grayish helmets, and silver and grayish pants. The ball is lined up for Howard, ready to be kicked off. And it's kicker is going to be white for Howard. So you have it lined up there for Howard. And we're now waiting, and he's approaching the ball, and the ball's away. It's in the air, and it is fielded at around the 10-yard line for Rutgers, and tackled at about the 26, 27-yard line. So decent return, roughly of about 17 yards. So Rutgers will have it 1st and 10 at about their own 27-yard line. Looks like it'll be at their right hash mark. Starting quarterback will be, as I said, Athan Kaliakmanis. He's coming out and showing a little preview of him of how when he was with Minnesota, but now he's lined up. And we're 10 seconds left on the play clock. You have Kyle Monangai to his left, and the ball is snapped. And there's a quick out, and the pass is to Ian? Looks like that was to Ian Strong as the receiver. Let me double check. That's Ian Strong. So yeah, Ian Strong, number 9, is the with the reception. Looks like it went for about 11 yards. So it is now 1st and 10. Inside handoff to Kyle Monangai, and pickup of about 11 yards. I know my screen just went out, but that's perfectly fine. I'll still keep you updated on what's going on with the score. But it was inside zone. Great block by the offensive line. Good tackle by the free safety. Otherwise, Monangai would have been gone. So, but it'll be. Oh, they only gave him 9 yards. So it's 2nd and looks like it's about 2nd and 1. 14 seconds on the play clock. And it is 1st and 10. I thought it was. Okay. So it's 1st and 10 from about the 49-yard line for Rutgers. Quick Kaliakmanis looking, and he's dumping it off. He had plenty of time, so he couldn't find anyone. Floated to his left and just passed the ball out of bounds. So it'll be 2nd and 10 for Rutgers when we come back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be Kyle Monangai, Damian Miller, Ian Strong, Chris Dremel, and Kenny Fletcher as your skill guys. Starting offensive line will was what we broke down earlier. So Rutgers is at the midpoint of the field, 3-1. And Monangai is to the left of Kaliakmanis. 9 seconds, ball is snapped, inside run for Hamilton. I'm sorry, for Monangai. Looks like he picked up about 5 yards. So it'll be 3rd down for Rutgers. So, but they have crossed over to midfield. Right now, I would anticipate, backside. We didn't get the seal. So quick tempo, passes on the run, and ball went through Ian Strong's hand. He was open. It would have been a big gain from Kaliakmanis to Ian Strong, but it's incomplete. And right now, Rutgers looks like they're going to punt. So their first offensive series did move a little bit, crossed over to midfield, but looks like it's going to end up being a punt for Rutgers. So it's going to be, that's a tough one right there for Rutgers, because they were moving the ball. So looks like it's going to be Jacob Anderson who's going to be So Rutgers took a timeout. So I guess they're going to rethink whether they're going to go for it or they're going to punt. So I don't know what it is, but we're in a commercial break. So that's a tough series right there. Tough drive for Rutgers. So you see right there, 15 rush yards, 15 pass yards total. Kaliakmanis is 1 of 3 for 15 yards. So you have to respect Howard for what they did defensively. They bent, but they did not break. So, but again, it's going to be a 4th and about 5 when we come back from the timeout. Again, Rutgers took a timeout. Chiano's trying to, I guess, rethink it or adjust something on his punt coverage team. So I'm thinking that they're going to go for it. Because you have to in this regard. You're the bigger, you're the stronger, you're the better team. Your offense is moving. Your offensive line is giving Kaliakmanis time to sit back there in the pocket and scan the field. Literally, he's going from 1 through 5. Most quarterbacks, you'll get 1 through 3 in terms of scanning the field. I'm watching him, and he's looking from left to right, going back to left, especially on that one where he floated to the left and he couldn't find anyone. So now the receivers have to do a better job. Athan Strong, you had that opportunity. You would have had a big game deep into Howard territory. So you have to capitalize. So, but right now, for the most part, you're picking up good yardage on your run play. So maybe he's thinking that, we can out physical them at the point of attack. And let's see if we can get this 5 yards in the run game. Worst case scenario, you turn it over. They're still in their territory, and then your defense will come out. And you've had one of the top defenses in the country last year. So, even with key guys out, you're definitely going to be able to handle the play. You feel Rutgers can make a bowl game? Yes, I'm anticipating them to making a bowl game. Iman, yes. Colorado is playing tonight. They have an 8:00 kickoff against North Dakota State. So it's going to be a tough test. North Dakota State is a tough team in the FCS level. They've won many championships at that level. They've sent plenty of players to the NFL. Matter of fact, the New York Giants have a kid, I believe it's Rogers, who's from them. So, but now we're back, and it looks like is he going to punt? Yeah, he's going to punt. He's lining up to line up for the punt. What's up, Jacob? Thanks for being here, man. I really appreciate it. I'm doing well. Excited for watching my boys at Rutgers. So, but like I said, Jacob is lined up to punt. And, it's a 4th and 6. So they only got 4 yards previously. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. No, it's 5 yards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's 4th and 5. I knew I wasn't crazy. I know I can spot things very well. So Rutgers is lined up in the punt coverage formation. Ball is snapped, and rugby style kick. Ball is up and away, and down to the 10-yard line. So I was recovered by fielded by Howard around the 10-yard line. So, but this is going to be a good opportunity to see Rutgers defense, how they do. You want to pin them deep. That's exactly what you want to do. And, you if you can get a 3 and out, you're still going to be able to play in a short field in a sense. Coach, you're glitching. Yeah, I know. I just didn't want to step out right now and come back because I'm on the Jay Sean Scroggins is the quarterback, but I'm on the with the game going on. I don't want you guys to miss any of my action. My face, you don't have to worry about that. So the Rutgers is lined up in the forefront, and there's the attempt of the outside zone, and there's a tackle on the play by Jabroom. So it's going to be should be a 2nd and 10 for Howard. So good job out of front line keeping them off. Might be a 2nd and 9 if you give them a yard. So 2nd and 9. Howard is in the shotgun, 1 by 3. Motion the tight end across. Rutgers is showing an 8-man box. Fake down to the running back, split zone, pass to the tight end, coming across, and looks like he was tackled after a pickup of about 5 yards. So it might be about a 3rd and 4. So impact players for Howard. Jared Hunter, running back, Eden James, running back, and of course Aaron Lewis as a defensive end, and Robert Longerbeam as a cornerback. So it's a 3rd and 5 for Howard. They're at the 15-yard line, so it's a 3rd down for Rutgers, and ball is snapped. Quarterback Reed, and he got away, and looks like he picked up of about 7 yards. So good call by Howard. Guys were not fundamentally sound. I read the defensive end, Aaron Lewis, who broke free, followed the running back, and that's okay. That was his responsibility. Linebacker did not fill on the backside the way he was supposed to properly read. So motion with the wing back, and looks like he picked up about 4 yards. Hawthorne is the wing back for Howard. Lewis, Hamilton, Ray, and Jordan Thompson are the defensive line. Moses Walker and Jerome. So Tyreen didn't start. Longerbeam, Rogers, Loyal, Sanders, and Ignosin are the defensive backs. So you're going to line up right now. Looks like it's a 2nd and 7. Howard is under the gun. Play action. Here's the pressure. Pass away, and it's overthrown. Good pressure by Aaron Lewis. Beat the offensive lineman, was barreling down on the quarterback, and forced a high pass on the play. So good job by Lewis. Good clean hit. He got the pass off, but he was there, and looks like Malcolm Ray, transferred from Florida State, from where they're getting the hit on the quarterback. So it's going to be a 3rd and 7. 15 seconds left on the play clock. You have a 2-by-2 split. Running back is motioning out, and they're going to run a quarterback draw. Good call. Good call. Because when he motioned out, it cleared the middle of the field. So no linebackers were there. So, you have to, in a sense, you have to do a better job in terms of your responsibilities and your calls. So play back to action, and it's a quick wide receiver screen, smoke screen to the outside. Howard is moving the ball on Rutgers now. As I said before, Rutgers can't take them lightly. They cannot take them lightly. So Howard is getting into a nice little rhythm, moving the ball down the field. They're in Rutgers territory right now as we speak. So it's going to be a 2nd and 7. Sorry, they're not. They're at the 47-yard line. Same play going the opposite way, and tackle for loss by Shaquan Loyal. It looks like it's a loss of about 1 yard. So they tried to do the wide receiver screen going to the left, and Loyal was right there on the play to bring Azria down for a loss on the play. So Good job again by the defense. Looks like there's going to be around the 46-yard line. So, okay, they gave them no loss. So it's 3rd and 7 at the 47-yard line. Howard is in an empty set, 2 to the left, 3 to the right. They're making an adjustment play, adjustment check, and the play clock. Howard had to take a timeout because it was down. They were down, so it was down to 1 when they took the timeout. So right now it'll be a 3rd and 7, 9 minutes and 2 seconds left in the first quarter. Each team has taken 1 timeout, so each team has 2 timeouts left. Again, like I said, Howard has a 3rd and 7 at about their 47-yard line. So Rutgers, what are you going to do to stymie their movement, their drive? You can't let them get this first down right now, Rutgers. You've already forced it to the point where they have the opportunity to flip the field. So if you stop them here, depending on where it is, a punt will probably put you around your 20-yard line, maybe your 15, give or take. So Rutgers have to step up. Now, I do think there's some nerves. You have some guys who, it's their first time playing, especially at the linebacker level, first time starting. So again, there's going to be those mistakes there. Those are things that you can clean up, as the game goes along and the guys can get better. But, they're very athletic. They're there, for the most part, just like I said, just have to clean up some things along the way. But when we come back to action, does Rutgers bring the blitz? Do they bring the pressure right now to force Howard to get the ball out of their hands quickly? Or do you trust that your key players on the front line can push the pocket and collapse it and you can play coverage? So that's going to be the thing that I'm going to watch right now when we come back to action. Do they bring the pressure or do they play in coverage? So, and then as far as Howard, what do? Do you try to move the ball quickly? Do you try to get the ball out of the quarterback's hands quickly and see if you can get a short yardage situation? Because you have nothing to lose. You have everything to gain. So, that's what I'm going to be watching like when we come back. You know what? Wow, I have a second. I'm going to drop out. I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm back and looks like you can see my beautiful face. So right now, get back to the share screen so you guys can see the scoreboard. All right, I gave you my breakdown on what I'm expecting in terms of this next series. Also, if you ever go to a Rutgers game, they have the boardwalk there. So, but again, we're lined up. It's an empty set, 2x3. Rutgers, it looks like they're showing pressure, but they're dropping in coverage. And it's a pickoff interception by Eric Rogers. And my screen is freezing. And he's down the sideline. And is it a touchdown? Is it a touchdown? It is a touchdown for Rutgers. So Rutgers right now has, with the interception, pick 6. That's a big thing for this defense, like I said, where they showed pressure and they dropped into coverage. And with that being said, that allowed them to get into a position to make a play on the football. So right now, it looks like it's a 6-0. Eric Rogers with the big play. Just don't know how many yards it was. They're lining up for the extra point. Jay Patel is lining up to kick the extra point. The officials are holding them down. I guess they're checking to see if he stepped out of bounds. So no, play clock, I'm not going to pay attention to that right now. But Rutgers right now has the early 6-0 lead. The touchdown is good, so Rutgers is up 6-0. Patel is lining up for the extra point kick, and the ball is down and it's up, and it is true. So Rutgers takes the early lead. As I said, 7-0 over Howard. So that was a big play right there. 52-yard interception return for the score. So So good job, good read. Eric did a great job in playing his responsibility, playing his coverage, because it looks like it was a two-man. That means two safeties deep with man underneath, and he was just over the top. It was an errant throw by the quarterback. And it would just fell right into his hands. So, and again, good job return. Teammates did a good job of, giving him a blocking lane just right down the sideline. So Rutgers is now up 7-0 on Howard. So Rutgers jumps out to the early lead on Howard. So, but a good job there. Now again, Howard is pass yards is let me just make sure we have the right. Yeah, it's Howard. Okay. Yeah, 8 pass yards, 29 rush yards, while Rutgers is 12 and 14 conversely. So, but Rutgers is lining up to kick the ball off for the kickoff. So, what's good, NYG? Thanks for tapping in. Ball is away, and the ball is going to be a touchback as he drops into the end zone, man. Thanks for tapping in, bro. Really appreciate you, man. Again, Rutgers is up 7-0 on Howard right now. Defensively, they did exactly what they needed to do. Rutgers overall with Siena overall with Rutgers has a 48% winning percentage. This second venture dropped him down, but he's slowly working it back. It's not like it's a crazy differential. So Kaliakmanis is just still on the sideline warming up. Hey, that's what happens when you have a good defense and an opportunistic defense. Those times you can capitalize. You can create turnovers. So let's see what Rutgers did and what type of adjustments. So inside zone, great blocking by Howard. Good run by their running back. Looks like he picked up about 12 yards. So that backside, he cut right back to the backside, and it was a good seal there. So a good double team, split zone. Linebackers needed to do a better job. That's the play right there. That's what happens when you have young linebackers. With young linebackers, they don't feel, they don't read properly, or they're a little bit too antsy. So Howard is lined up. They're motioning across with their tight ends. Motion, a lot of movement. So they're doing a screen. Good call by Howard right there. Rutgers is being overly aggressive, and looks like he picked up about 7 yards. So they did a lot of movement going to their right, getting the defense to read that and attack that. And they did a running back screen by running back James. So pick up about 6 yards. It's at 2nd and 4. So, but again, like I said, Rutgers has young linebackers, so they need to do a better job at the linebacker depth. They're motioning their tight ends across again, double wing to the right, split zone, inside run, and stop right there. Good hit. It looks like that was Malcolm Ray. Hit him right at the point of attack. Looked like he picked up a yard. Malcolm Ray and Thompson on the tackle. So it's Jordan Thompson from Parsippany, New Jersey. So it's going to be a 3rd down for Howard. I just want to see the down distance. Is it a 3rd and 2 or a 3rd and 3? But 16 seconds on the play clock, and it's 3rd and 2 for Howard. So, Plaxico Burst is there at the game. That's interesting. And looks like the first penalty of the game. I think the right tackle false started. False start against Howard, and it's going to move him back 5 yards. It'll be a 3rd and 7. So let's see what happens there. So, but yeah, I saw that Plaxico Burst is there, showing someone else. I don't know who that person is, but yeah, I saw Plaxico Burst there on the sideline, former Super Bowl winning player with the New York Football Giants. So he is on the Howard sideline though. So. But again, it should be a 3rd and 7 for Howard. Rutgers is penetrating and good pressure right in his face, and passes overthrown and out of bounds. And Howard now is going to have to punt. So it's going to be a 4th and 7 for for Howard on this play right here. So just make sure, like I said, you hit the like button. If you're new, subscribe and hit the notification, and always share this out to help the channel grow. Really appreciate you. So Howard is back in punt formation, conventional set. In terms of the punt, they're punting from their 38-yard line, and the ball is away, and the ball is fielded at about the 17, 18-yard line for Rutgers. So that's a good punt. Looks like it was Christian Dremel. He was wearing number 85, no name on the back. So if you see that, that lets you know that they just put a jersey over the top. So Rutgers will have the ball 1st and 10, deep in their territory, inside their 20. So right now, Rutgers has to move. No, I know, Pat, that's the thought, but Rutgers has a lot of key players that are out tonight. Several key starters on the defense, and as well as, and you have a lot of questionable guys. You have young guys who are starting at the linebacker level because you're out 2 of your key all Big Ten linebackers. So it's going to be a different one. Howard is moving the ball, but again, it's early. They've only had 2 series. And they have thrown a pick 6. So Rutgers has, they're doing what they need to do defensively. They just need to clean up some things, which is why they're up 7-0. They did move the ball offensively, but they were forced to punt. Did have a drop pass. So, but there were no negative plays offensively. So this series, I want to see what they're going to do because, again, like I said, Howard has pretty much had the ball for the most part in the first quarter. Part of that is a pick 6. That's the reason why. Kyle Monangai is playing today. So he's doing a good job in terms of the run. Let me see. Kyle has 2 carries for 14 yards. So, as you see, again, they haven't had them in play. So Kaliakmanis is one of 3 for 2 yards. And then Ian Strong has the receiving yard. So, that's it for Rutgers stats offensively. So, if we look at Howard, though, their starting quarterback, Scroggins, 4-7, 14 yards interception. Yeager has 0 for 1. They have Scroggins of 2 of 26. That's their quarterback. So, yeah, they definitely are moving the ball, but I think the defense will clean up. So, defensively for them, their key players are safety Kenny Gallup Jr. and Jamal Stewart, defensive tackle. And, of course, you have Monangai and Damir Miller, who had 1,293 yards, receiving yards at Monmouth last year, which led all of the FCS levels. So, but again, Rutgers is lined up 1st and 10 at their 17-yard line, 2-by-2. Inside zone for Kyle. I don't know why Kaliakmanis did not keep the ball. The defensive end played Monangai. He had the alley, but he picked up 2 yards there. So looks like it's going to be a 2nd and 8 for Rutgers. That's the thing that I don't like with the running back quarterbacks with Rutgers. A lot of times, even last year, quarterback would have the outside and they still let the running back take the ball. So line up in 3-by-1, 2nd and 8, inside run to Kyle. Big run for Kyle on that play. Looks like he got the ball out to about the 36-yard line. So that looks like it's about a 20-yard gain, I would say. 5, 10, 15. Yeah, it's about a 22-yard run right there by Kyle. So the front line is doing exactly what they need to do offensively. They're mauling them. And if I'm Soraka, that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to start running the ball right now. Not do anything too crazy. So Rutgers is lined up at 2-by-2 with a wing. Monangai to the right. He's dropping down with a pass. Good pass, though. And that looks like it went to Damir Miller. It looks like he picked up about 9 yards on the play. So it should be a 2nd and 1, if not a 1st and 10. So good job by Kaliakmanis. Got the ball to his playmaker. That nothing too crazy, nothing too dynamic. So They did give him the first down, so it's a 1st and 10. Rutgers is at their 45-yard line. They're in a 1-by-3 double wing to the right. Monangai is to the left of Kaliakmanis. This should be a run. So play action. Good block by Monangai, and incomplete pass to Ian Strong coming across from Kaliakmanis. So that's going to be set it up for a 2nd and 10. But Kyle Monangai, one thing that I will say about him as a running back, NFL teams are going to love him. He's great at picking up the blitz. So thank you about that. That's right. Hit the like button for Coach Edd for the Big Blue Crew Sports Network. So Rutgers now 2nd and 10, 1-by-3 on the left hash. Inside run to Monangai, and it looks like he picked up maybe a half a yard. So good job by Howard on that play. So it'll be a 3rd and long for Rutgers. So right now the offense has to do a better job at capitalizing and executing, especially on those 3rd and long down plays. Going back to the first down pass because you did have Ian Strong crossing, maybe you could have waited a step longer. So right now, 1-by-3 by Rutgers, running back to the left of the quarterback, and the ball is snapped. Kaliakmanis is back. He's getting no pressure. Ball right to Kenny Fletcher for a pickup of about 11 yards. Should be down to the Howard 44-yard line. So definitely liking the movement. Kaliakmanis is taking what the defense is giving him. So good job. Good job of sitting in the pocket, reading the defense. This is what a veteran quarterback should do against an opponent like this. And the offensive line, great job of passing off up front. Yeah, Mosley, thanks for tapping in, man. Appreciate you. 1-by-3 by Rutgers on the left center, marking Monangai to the right, and inside zone. Play RPO. RPO pass incomplete on the play to I couldn't see who it is. And that's Chris Long, number 3. Looks like he hit him in the hand. So it's going to be a 2nd and 10. I really do like the calls that Coach Rocket is calling. He's doing a good job. Offensive line really did get the movement going. That hit Long in his hands. It should have been a first down. So here we go. Inside run. Kaliakmanis, like I said before, on the quarterback read. Defense jumped on to Kyle Monangai. He pulled the rock, and it looks like he picked up about 9 yards. So that's exactly what you need him to do. So, and it's that Purdue, that Wake Forest type of hold. It's a 3rd and 1 right now for Rutgers. They're in at the right center hash, 3-by-1. Howard is loading the box, and there you go with Monangai, and it looks like he picks up of about 6 yards. So it's going to be another first down for Rutgers. No, it's actually going to be 5 yards that they picked up. So thank you, Daniel Berry, for tapping in, man. Really appreciate you. Good job by the offensive line and Kyle to pick up the first down. So it's 1st and 10 for Rutgers. So let's see. There's 2:04 left in the quarter. They're at the 30-yard line of Howard. They're a tight bunch, 3-by-1. And let's see. Here's the snap. And there's the run to Sam Brown. He breaks the tackle, and he's hit by 2 guys. And it looks like he's going to pick up about 4 yards. So good job of Sam Brown with the carry. Rutgers is doing a good job. They're moving the ball. They're being very methodical. They're doing what they need to do. And Coach Shiraka, basically what he's saying, he's not going to go crazy. He's not looking to run the score up. He's just looking to play Rutgers brand of football offensively. So should be 6. They're at the 26-yard line of Howard. They're checking out of their play. 7 seconds on the play clock. 2-by-2 with a wing to the right. And it's an inside run to Sam Brown. And it looks like he picks up about 3 yards. So good job by Howard. But it should be a 3rd and 3. So if you're in a 3rd and 3, no matter what, you're putting yourself in a good position to 2 plays to pick up 3 yards. So that's a good job. The game is on the Big Ten Network. That's where I'm watching it mostly, BTN. So actually, it's a 3rd and 4. So they only gave him 3 yards on that play. So, but again, Rutgers is on the right hash. They're in a heavy double wing and motion across. And they're going inside zone to Monangai. Looks like he picks up about 3 yards, so they're going to be short on the play. So you're going for it. Or are they going to give him 4th and inches? No matter what, I'm going for it. If I'm Rutgers, I'm going for it. You have to do this. You have to send a strong message. So, and that should be the end of the first quarter. So at the end of the first quarter, Rutgers is up on Howard 7-0. So again, some people may be wondering, why isn't Rutgers up big on this? They're out a lot of key players. I went over that during the pregame show. There's quite a few key players who are out, like Flip Dixon, who's their starting free safety. So it's kind of tough, and again, it's your first game, but again, when you have Muhammad Toure out for the season, Flip Dixon, Al Shahid Salam, who's a key player, Wesley Bailey, starting defensive end, Troy Rainey, who's a key interior defensive lineman. So it's going to be a fight for Rutgers right now. And then offensively, you're taking your time. You're not trying to run the score up. You're taking what the defense is giving you offensively. Kaliakmanis there's been a couple of drops that should help. That would have helped him a little bit more. But again, I think Rutgers will continue to work and grow in terms of this game. So what's good, man, Kate? Thanks for being here. Thank you again for showing the support. And yeah, everyone, hit the like button and subscribe and share on all social media. So always do that for my channel, the Big Blue Crew, and every network that I'm associated with. So, but overall, I am liking what this offense is doing. They're playing their brand of football. They're not trying to be too. They're not trying to go outside of what they're trying to do. Offensively, they're moving the ball. Let's take a look at the stats here. To see overall. I mean, total yards in 2 series, 88 yards. 32 yards rushing, 56 passing. Kaliakmanis is 56 rushing, 32 passing. Kaliakmanis is 3 of 7, 32 yards. 2 of those are drops. So, and 1 he rolled to the left and threw it out of bounds. So he's doing a good job. You have Kyle Monangai, 7 carries, 41 yards with a long of 15. Kyle Monangai, Athan Kaliakmanis is rushing 1 carry, 9 yards. Sam Brown, 2 carries, 6 yards. So Rutgers is doing exactly what they need to do in this game. So I understand, Arku. If I could, I would have watched that game, if not stream it. Man Cave is actually streaming that game later tonight, so you can tap in with him, and he's is this the game of the night? Hey, the way they're playing, it could be. So, but Man Cave is definitely covering the Colorado game for the Big Blue Crew Sports Network. So you can tap in with Man Cave Arku to watch the game along, get the watch along with him. So right now we're waiting for referees are holding things up right now. And I think we're in a heavy, you're in a heavy double tight with a wing to the right, 1 receiver flex left going in motion, and they blitzed. Good job by Howard. They blitzed on that play and they stopped Rutgers. I saw the safety coming down. Good job up front from maintaining leverage, not letting Rutgers offensive line get a big push. And the safety came through the gap, and he made the play in the backfield. So, and he read the run. He forced Kyle to have to come out of that hole because that's where he was running. He was the safety blitz right into that hole. So good job by Howard. Turnover on downs, turnover on downs for Rutgers. Ball going over to Howard. So, So let's see. Just make a Coach Yano making a little note of that. Howard takes over at about their own 21-yard line. Yeah, they're at their 21-yard line. So good job. Inside run and a tackle for a loss for the defense. So looks like was that Lewis or was that DeBrun? I can't see who it was who made the tackle. But again, good job by the defense, forcing a second down. And you had good job by the defense there. So looks like a loss of about 2 yards. It's 2nd and 12 for Howard at their own, looks like their own 19-yard line. So good job by the defense in what you needed to do. Quarterback draw. And I don't understand how they're not reading that. Okay. Coach has to do a good job of getting these young linebackers to read what's going on. That's what Howard is going to do. They know that they can't do what they need to do. You have a backside pull, and the linebackers are not flowing with that. They're not flowing with it. They're not reading it. I'm reading it watching this game live action. So, but that's young linebackers. You know, when you don't have your veteran linebackers in there, it hurts you. And it's a first down for Howard there on that play. So they're at their 35-yard line. Good pickup right there. So inside run for Howard and good tackle right at the line of scrimmage by Darrell DeBroom. So good job by the defense. So there's just always going to be little things to clean up, you know, for Rutgers and any team for that matter. So good job, you know, in terms of reading, you know, what this offense is doing. It's a 2nd and 10 for Howard. Play action, and here comes the blitz. Passes away, and good completion to number 0. Good job by Loyal on the tackle. Looks like it's going to be a pickup of about 4 yards, so it should be 3rd and 8 from here. So always, guys, also do me a favor. Make sure you guys hit the like button. If you're new to the channel, subscribe and hit the notification so you know when new content is posted, and always share on all your social media platforms. So it's a 3rd and 7 for Howard. So they got 3 yards on that previous play. They're at their 38-yard line. 5 seconds left on the play clock. 3, 2, 1. And what do we have here? We have a time. Rutgers took a timeout. Why would you take a timeout, Coach? I don't get that. You had the play clock to your advantage. Okay. You now gave Howard the opportunity to regroup and adjust accordingly. So on that play, I don't like that. Now Rutgers is down to 1 timeout, you know, left in the game. So just a quick update. Corey, I just got a notification. Looks like Brandon Ayuk is getting a 4-year contract. It looks like 120 with 76 million guaranteed. So there we go. So but again, I'm back to this. So I don't like taking a call. Now, if you're just saying that you had to because somebody was out of alignment, then okay, I guess so. You know, but with the clock ticking down, I just have a hard time with that. You know, so you know, but again, it is for him. Yeah, no, of course, Mosley, it is good for him, especially with CeeDee Lamb getting what he got. You know, I figured it was going to happen now. You know, and the last one is going to be Chase. But again, let's see what's going on here. All right, so I'm just looking at the depth chart, trying to figure out some things with what I'm seeing. So there's some players who are making plays. So yeah, they're playing a lot of young guys defensively. So, but hey, Rutgers is still controlling the narrative for the most part. They just need to do a better job, on that quarterback read, and that deals with the linebackers. Your quarterback has 3 carries for 42 yards, so that's pretty much where it lies. I mean, Howard is even with Rutgers in the rush yards, 56 total yards. So, but it's the pass yards where there's the difference, and the turnover for the pick 6. Now if you didn't have the pick 6, this is a nothing game. So, like I said before, Howard did play Northwestern even. Oh no, there's a running back. I thought there's a running back there. Okay. Howard did play Northwestern almost even. They lost 23-20 last year. So, but on that play, Howard dropped back the pass. They were trying to run a screen. Rutgers read it perfectly, and the quarterback threw the ball right in the ground towards the running back. So it's going to be a 4th down. So good defense. They're starting to make the adjustment. So I definitely like that. But that's a smart coaching staff. They're going to be well positioned. So it's a 4th and 7, and they're punting from about their 38-yard line. So let's see what happens on the punt. The ball's away, and the ball was deflected. Rutgers with what they normally do. Ball did cross over the line of scrimmage, and Howard downed it at their 40-yard line. But good job by Braithwaite. Looks like they're highlighting him. Looks like he got a hand on the ball. Now, that's something that you adjust, because Rutgers is always good at punt block. So, he just got his fingertips right on it. So, if he could have got his full hand on it, that would have been a big play right there. So, but Rutgers is going to have the ball 1st and 10 at their 40-yard line when we come back from the timeout. So, now Rutgers is killing themselves off offensively, where they get into Howard territory, but they don't capitalize on big 3rd down plays, and they're forced to turn over, and then that them a turnover on down. So, but again, Rutgers right now, I do want to see them be a lot more physical, especially in the run game. Force Howard to load the box so that way you can go over the top, or Coach Shiraka one time, just take it deep on them. Even if you got a max protect and send Miller deep down, send 2 on one side and send 2 verts, have a safety run a post, and then an outside guy run a deep sideline pattern, just so you can let Howard know, hey, we're the better team, we're the more athletic team, we're the deeper team, and we're going to attack you down the field. So, I would like to see them do that. But again, in the run game, just be physical. Force them to load the box, and then, it allows you to attack them down the field. Now, you have to connect, and guys have to catch the pass. There were 2 passes that were dropped, one by Strong and one by Long. So, but, if they do what they're supposed to do, I'm expecting them to score some points right now. So, and take it from there. So, but again, offensively though, in comparison to last year, it's not that bad. I know some people will, be concerned, but I'm not overly concerned. I'm really not. I think Rutgers is calling a good game offensively. So, and I think it will benefit them in the long run. And again, one of the things I do like is this is letting some of your young guys get some game action. So I mean that's the big thing. You want guys to get game action as you go along, because it prepares you for the long season, because this is going to be a long season. So Rutgers is lined up, right hash mark, 1st and 10, 3-by-1. Running back is to the right of the quarterback, and we're waiting and dropping back the pass. Plenty of time. Got across it too long. Looks like a pickup of about 3 yards. So it'll be a 2nd and 7. Kaliakmanis has plenty of time. When I'm telling you he has plenty of time, when I say time, he has literally 4 to 5 seconds. He has 4 to 5 seconds. So Howard is not able to put any pressure. Now, he is 4 of 8 for 36 yards, and that's that can be a little concerning. So again, Rutgers is 1-3, left hash mark. 1 of 3 is a wing. Brown is to the left of Kaliakmanis. Howard is lining up with a 5-man line. There is Sam Brown on the run, and looks like he picks up of about 2 yards on the play. Good job by Howard on the tackle by Gallup Jr. There with the tackle. So we missed a block there on that side. We definitely missed a block on that side. We should have read it and should have seen it and been able to work there on the offensive line. So these are things that we have to clean up. So it's 3rd and 5 in the middle of the field, 1-3 with the wing. Brown to the left of Kaliakmanis, 10 seconds on the play clock. It looks like Howard is playing games like they're trying to blitz. He's reading. He is reading. Ball is snapped, and there it is. And the ball is dropped again by Chris Long. So Rutgers is going to go 3 and out now. This is big for Howard. Rutgers, you're giving them an opportunity to pass was deflected. I'm sorry, it wasn't dropped. It was deflected. Good job by the Howard defensive back. But you're giving Howard the confidence in this game, man, because they're saying we can play with these Big Ten boys. So 4th and 5. And Rutgers is lined up to punt, and 8 seconds on the play clock. Waiting 4, 3, 2. What are we waiting for? These guys look confused, Coach. I don't understand why they're confused on the punt. You just used your last timeout. You have no more timeouts with 10 minutes and 50 seconds left in the quarter. So I don't understand what the confusion is right there. I'm not used to this with a Rutgers-led team. Calling all your timeouts with basically 11 minutes left in the half. Nah, you can't do that. Yeah, Mosley, I'm with you. I'm shaking my head too. This makes no sense. Now you offensively, overall, you've put yourself in a tough position, and you've given Howard the advantage. Look, I get calling some of your timeouts, early. Why on your punt situation, the guys weren't ready. It's a 4th and 5. It's not like you were trying to fake and go for it. The kids should have been out there. They should have been ready. They should have been lined up. And you just go. I'm really, really, really disappointed in what I'm seeing. Too many mistakes, too many mental mistakes. You cannot have this, especially against an opponent like Howard. Rutgers, you're favored by 38 points. 38 points. But yet and still, you're only up 7, and your 7 points was achieved by a 52-yard interception return for a touchdown. Offensively, Coach Schrocker, for the most part, is making the right calls. The execution offensively is not there. Receivers dropping passes. Now, the defensive back did deflect one pass. Offensively, on the line, you're missing some key blocks. On that 4th and 1, on that big run by Sam Brown. Not big run. On that run by Sam Brown where he was tackled for 2 yards. If you get that linebacker, there was a lane there. So, they need to really pick it up. They really need to pick it up because the perception of your whole season, if you don't want the fan base to start becoming panicky, you need to pick it up. And I mean big time. So when we come back, it's going to be a 4th and 5, in reference to the situation. Shiano looks like he's having problems with his headset. Ball is snapped, and the ball is kicked, and it's away. And it's down to about the 15-yard line of Howard. So that's the only good thing. You are forcing Howard to play deep, play on their side of the ball. It's not like you're giving the ball over in your territory. Howard has to go long field. starting at their 10, starting at their 15, starting at their 20-yard line at one time. So that's a good thing. That's helping this team out. But Howard is moving the ball. So defensively, you do need to see your linebacker level play better. I do want to see, your pass rush in certain situations get to the quarterback. You did get that one good hit, but other than that, you didn't get anything. So 1st and 10, left hash mark, inside zone for Howard, and he stopped at the line of scrimmage. So good job right there it looks like it was Malcolm Ray on the tackle. Yeah, Malcolm Ray, transfer from Florida State. Good job of holding the point of attack and not allowing the defense. Okay, no, that was the linebacker. Ray forced the lineman into the backfield and opened up the alley. So quarterback run, and good job by Jabroom this time on the backside. They tried to do a jet sweep fake, and the quarterback was going to run up the alley, but Jabroom was there coming off of the backside, and he read it perfectly to make a play for no gain. It looks like it's going to be a no gain play on this, so he should be about the 15-yard line. So good job, and that's what I mean. The linebacker level has to do a better job. Now it's 3rd and 10. Don't get too cutesy, coach. Don't get too cutesy. Watch that quarterback fake. Quarterback drops back. There's the screen, and good job by the defense. Good job by Jerome. That series by Jerome, good job. He read it perfectly. He scraped. They had the blockers covered up front, which allowed him to scrape and come down and make a play. So it's going to be a 4th and 6 for Howard. So they're going to be forced to punt right now. So good job by the defense. So that's what you want to see. That's good. Now we want to chalk it up in terms of a 3 and out. So now, can Rutgers get a block? Can they get a block? A punt block. Looks like they're lining up for it. They're always noted for it. And here they come. And the punt is away. And the ball is down at around the 44, 45-yard line by Howard. So good job, like I said, in terms of, the defense, in terms of, stopping them and forcing a 3 and out, and now putting your offense in a very good position to play with a short field. So if you're around the 45-yard line, 55 yards to get into the end zone. Now, this is big for this offense right now. They have to go down and they have to get points. They have to get a touchdown. So it's going to be a 1st and 10 at their own 45. About 8.5, a little bit over 8.5 left in the game, in the quarter. So again, like I said, Rutgers is favored by 38 points, 38.5. So they need to step it up if you want to meet that. So, but more importantly, to build confidence in the players on this team. Offensively, you're going to need to go down. You're going to need to, because again, you're doing what you need to do offensively. I mean, you have 93 total yards. There were critical mistakes that's stopping you from even having more points and having more opportunities to score. So, other than the 3 and out, you have done what you wanted to do. So you have moved the ball. You just haven't capitalized, on that 4th and 1, or you've had drop passes at key moments. The plays are there. So, they just need to step up and they need to be able to capitalize, on their opportunities and not make those critical mistakes, So I'm looking forward to seeing what's happening on this next series. So, thank you for everyone for being here. I really appreciate you. I appreciate your support. Make sure you guys hit the like button on Coach Edd Gladney's Amazing World of Sports. Also on the Big Blue Crew Sports Network. We really do appreciate you guys. If you're new, make sure you subscribe and hit the notification. This way you know when we post new content. And everyone, also make sure you guys also share on all your social media platforms. It definitely helps the program going forward. So again, thank you all for your support. Thank you for being here. And you know what? I really appreciate you all, for continuing to support me. So the momentum for this program for Rutgers was based off of their big win last year in the Pinstripe Bowl when they beat Miami 31-24. So they've done a great job in recruiting. They have a lot of young talent. So, it's just now is the time to capitalize. Rutgers now 1st and 10 at their 45-yard line, 1 by 3. Inside run for Kyle Monangai, bounce it to the outside. There he is. He's on a big run. Good cut by Monangai, and it looks like he was down to about the 17, 16-yard line. There is that big explosive play that Rutgers needed. That's going to generate some energy. But yeah, good job. Good seal block by Holland Pierce, the left tackle. So, but again, like I said, to move from the 45 down to around the 16, that's a big run. That's what Rutgers needed. So, and again, they're around the 16-yard line, like I said, in reference to that same formation. They're loading the box in terms of there's the run. He should have kept it. Athan, keep the run. Blah, ball. It was there. They were reading him. You just had that big run. So tried to do the run again to Monangai, and good tackle by the Howard defensive back. Looks like it's no gain. But Kaliakmanis, if he kept it, there was nobody there. I think he probably could have walked into the end zone. So, but again, it's going to be a 2nd and 10. Howard is playing in coverage now. They're playing back. Kaliakmanis is back. There's the inside pass. Nice inside throw. I got to keep him up because that was 6. Pickup of about 9 yards. Demir Miller had to go down to catch the pass. If he didn't go down, he would have been. It would have been 6. Oh, Felter false start. It was 9 yards. There's Rutgers' first penalty of the game. It's going to be a false start, which is moving back 5 yards. It was going to be a 2nd and 1. So, man, that was tough because you had the ball moving. You got a nice rhythm going, and you were set to at least get a first down. I can't hear what the call is. Oh, they're replaying the play. Okay, it's an official replay. So that's the other thing about losing those timeouts. Rutgers can't challenge anything in this half right now. So that's a big thing. That's a big thing also. So hopefully any reviews are initiated by the booth. Just like this, but. But again, I don't know what I guess they're reviewing the catch. Yeah, he has the catch. I don't know what they're reviewing. Everything that I'm seeing, guys, looks like it's a catch. He had it. He slid, controlled. I can't, unfortunately, guys, I can't hear. So if anybody's watching, if you want to put in the chat what they said, it would help me out a lot. I don't know what's going on. That referee even marked 3rd down, and it wasn't 3rd down. So I don't know why he said 3rd down. But hey, the officials, they're in early stages also. So, no, he did. Okay, they did give it to him. So, they're doing the Rutgers is doing the same thing the Eagles do in short yardage situation. Kaliakmanis with the run, and looks like he got the first down. So they gave him the first down. Looks like he's at the 5-yard line. No, at the 6-yard line. So first down. So he picked up the yard. So 1st and goal for Rutgers at about the 6-yard line. So they even have some big guys lined up in the backfield to help push the rock. So good job. First and goal. Tight bunch to the left on the right hash mark for Rutgers. Kyle Monangai to the left. They're checking out. 3 seconds left on the play clock, and the ball is snapped. There's Monangai with the run, and with the good move, good way to make a man miss. Or got down to about the 1 yard line. So it looks like a pickup of about 5 on that play. Is it 4 or 5? Depends on. Yeah, they're at the 1 yard line. So second and goal. Looks like it's going to be at the 1 yard line. I'm expecting them to score off of this. So here we go. But again, Monangai, good job of making the defender miss. And you had quite a few guys bring him down, fight to bring him down. So Rutgers is lining up, second and goal. They're double wing to the right. Monangai to the right. And good stop. 3 guys right there for Howard to stop him at the line of scrimmage. So good job. And again, it's hard for me, but again, I guess they're going to make the adjustments at the half. They have to. They're not biting on the quarterback. They're not biting. It's there. You have a quarterback read that he could literally walk into the end zone. So hopefully you guys see that now and you make the adjustments. So now, do you third and goal and you're at about where are you? Okay, so he lost a yard on that. So it's 3rd and 2 at the line of scrimmage. Pass to Dymere Miller and screen, and he's in for the touchdown. A 2-yard touchdown pass from Kaliakmanis to Dymere Miller. Good blocking on the screen action for the receivers, and he dove right into the end zone. This was going to the left of the formation. So good job for Rutgers. Good call. And Rutgers is now up at the moment 13-0 on Howard. So, but a good also for Miller, good fight through from the defender who had a slight angle, but he was able to fight through and scored a touchdown. So Patel for the extra point. Ball is snapped, kick is up. And it's good. So Rutgers now is up 14-0 over Howard in the second quarter. And again, good job by Rutgers to move the ball and to finally get on the board. This is what you needed. It also helps your offense. It says to your offense, we can at least capitalize. We moved down the field. We got the points. It's the first game of the season. Like I said, there's a lot of mistakes that are going on. But you can sit here and say, all right, guys, especially going into halftime, we're up 14-0. We haven't given up. We have the goose egg going on. So let's do what we need to do offensively. We're in double digits right now, which is to be expected. Let's continue to keep going. Now there's 4:51 left in the second quarter. So, Rutgers just needs to continue to work the way they've been doing defensively. Let's see if you can get another 3 and out. Congratulations to Kaliakmanis for getting his first touchdown pass as a Rutgers Scarlet Knight. So, but again, Rutgers is lining up for the kickoff. 93. Who is that? And the ball is away down to about the 3 yard line. And he's returned to about the 24 yard line. So a return of about 21 yards. So, okay. But for Rutgers, you just want to keep going. I'm sorry, guys. I'm trying to see who number 93 is for Rutgers. So I'm taking a look at with the jersey numbers. Howard's coming out. Looks like they're on their left hash mark. Yeah, left hash mark. They're 2 by it's a flag on the play. Okay. Jack Scullion, number 93, is the one, the freshman, doing the kickoff for Rutgers. Okay, so something I needed to know going forward. So, but again, hey, it's my first time watching this team this year too. So, but it looks like it's a penalty against Howard. I guess that was the center. I guess it was an illegal snap. So, it's a 1st and 15, and it's a delayed draw. Good tackle by Rutgers on the play. But he did pick up about 5 yards. We need to do a better job of identifying that. Hips Peter is the one that made the tackle. He was there, but we need to do a better job identifying quicker and attacking, not allow them to get 5 yards, 6 yards. So it's 2nd and 9. So we don't want to give them 6 yards. On that play, it should have been a 3-yard play. So inside run. Oh, good. Oh, good job up front. Defensive line. Keyshawn Griffin and Aaron Lewis. Great push into the offensive backfield and stop the running back for a loss on the play. So looks like it's a 2-yard loss. Griffin, good fight, rip move off of the left guard to be able to make a play on the run. So good job. It's 3rd and 11 on the play. Rutgers is showing that they're going to be bringing pressure. So looks like it's going to be man coverage off of that. So dropping into coverage. No, it's zone. It's zone. Good coverage downfield. Oh, what a catch. What a catch by the receiver. Quarterback rolled right, threw the ball down the field. Receiver went full extension in the air, no one around him, and made a diving full extension catch. So that moved the pass out to around the 48-yard line. So good pass, came back to action. Looks like it's a 1-yard pickup. But that was a great play by the receiver. So broken coverage down there somewhere to allow him to have that much room to make a play. If this was the NFL, he would have been able to get up and take off and run because there was literally no one around him. So, okay, on that play, he did not gain any yards, so it's 2nd and 10 for Howard. They're at their 49-yard line. 5 seconds on the play clock. Motion across. Here's pressure. Aaron Lewis coming down the field. Deep pass down the middle. Overthrow the receiver. Good coverage by Eric Rogers on that play too. So there's a flag on the play. What's the flag? Personal foul. Roughing the passer on Rutgers. It's probably going to be on Aaron Lewis. That's the one thing I will tell you about him. He does get those calls because he's so fixated. He took one step. No, that's a bad call. That's a bad call by the official. He took one step and hit him. He hit him with his shoulder. That is a terrible call. That is a terrible call by the official on that play. He took one step, hit him. You're entitled to one step. Again, quarterback read. And a good play, still picked up yardage on there, and good tackle. That's a bad call by the official. Look, man, I get protecting Rahman on the tackle. I get protecting the quarterback, man. But this is why a lot of people feel like football is getting too soft. It's getting too soft, man. All right, 2nd and 5. And you're down to the 2-minute warning. That's a new rule in college football. You now have the 2-minute warning to stop the clock and regroup. So it's 2nd and 5 for Rutgers right now. Defensively, that penalty really hurt, man. That penalty really hurt. There are 2 critical plays on here. That big pass that Howard connected to put the ball out to around the 49-yard line, and that penalty right there. That penalty basically put the ball at around the 36-yard line of Rutgers. There's no way that you call that play. Aaron Lewis took one step. what it is, the official, and when he hit him, he let up. He hit him with his shoulder, and then he did not follow through. He did not drive. He did not take the quarterback to the ground. He hit him and let him go. And the official still threw the flag. It's a terrible call by the official. These officials have to do better, because in certain situations like this, you're taking away from a good play of these kids. Appreciate quality football, good, clean football. You're also causing confusion as to what is a good football play. That was a good hit. That was a completely good legal hit. He hit him with his shoulder, shoulder to shoulder. If you call him because you saw his head whip, then that's you. Then you don't need to be an official. I'm sorry, you do not need to be official. It's football. There's going to be a level of physicality that is needed with the play out there. So, but okay, now it's time to move on. Coach Edd is moving on. I do make a mental note of that. If I'm Coach Giano, that's something that I'm taking to the officials after the game, and I'm saying, look, man, you cost us in this situation. Any other game, if it's a bigger or closer game, that could be a situation, that could be a play that can cause make things different. Cause a game or put a team in position to score when you've been playing very well. You take momentum away. So, but again, Howard is lined up. Quarterback is under the gun. It's going to be a jet sweep. He looks like he picked up about 4 yards. So good job by Kai Sanders. It's going to be 3rd and inches when Howard snaps the ball again. So 3rd down and inch, 3rd down and 1. Sorry. But Howard is lined up with a double wing to the right, inside zone, and he's breaking the tackle, and he's gotten down to about the 11-yard line. Big run on the play for Howard there. So they're starting to move the ball. They're starting to get into a good rhythm there. You had 2 missed tackles at the point of attack, man. You had 2 players who were there who missed the tackle. Execution is the key, man. So they're in double wing to quarterback run, and he ran to the outside. Good job by Shaquan Loyal, but a pickup of about 6 yards. So Howard is moving the ball. A lot of deception on the play. Guys have to stay true and play their roles. Stop being overly aggressive. Same formation, but to the offensive right. Rutgers is set. Same type of play. Quarterback run, and looks like they stopped him. Did they stop him, or did he get the first down? 43 seconds left on the play clock on the game. It's a 3rd down. Howard, right now, Howard, you got 2 plays to pick up 1 yard. So that's what I would be playing for right now. And this play, this formation, where they're lining 2 wide receivers, a receiver on the line, a slot receiver out wide, a tight end with a wing opposite, the running back to the wing side, and they're bringing like a split zone action. I'm sorry, they're running the running back to the opposite side. They're running split zone action, bringing the running back across, bringing the wing across in split zone, and the quarterback is pretty much reading what's happening up front, and that's what they're doing. So Howard took a timeout. They have 1 timeout left. It should be 3rd and 1 on the play. So what are you going to do? Howard is lined up in the same formation, which is what I expected. Here they come. Touchdown, Howard on the play. Number 5, and he's mocking Howard with the chop action. Now, if I'm seeing that, I'm making a little note. Hey, he's making fun of you guys. He's making fun of what we do. He's making fun of our mantra. But they ran that same play. They had a nice double team at the point of attack, and they moved the defensive lineman out, and it got into the end zone. So good double team, good block on the linebacker, and good way to get into the end zone. So touchdown, Howard on the play. Good job, good movement, getting down the field. So the ball is up, and the kick is away, and the score is now 14-7 Rutgers. So the only determining factor in this game is the pick six, which is why Rutgers is up by 7 points. Otherwise, it's a 7-7 game. And these are little things as a coach that I take a mental note of. I take notes about it, and I talk to my guys about it. So kudos to Howard. They're saying, hey, we're not afraid of Rutgers. We're not afraid of a Big Ten. And kids at these type of schools, they want this opportunity. They want the opportunity to play against Power 5 schools to prove that, hey, you know what, we weren't heavily recruited, but we have the talent to compete against these programs. So kudos to James on that touchdown run for Howard. So let me see. So on that drive, Howard again, they moved down from their own 21. So they pretty much 79 yards to score that touchdown. And in the terms of the stats, I mean, their total yards, they're at 143, where Rutgers is at 148. So Scroggins is 7 of 11, 47 yards passing. But if you look at his rushing, 7 carries, 56 yards. James is 7 carries, 35 yards. You know, the rushing yards, Rutgers is 101. Howard is 96. Both teams are at 47 yards passing. So Rutgers needs to do a better job, you know, in terms of defensively cleaning up some things and settling in. Coach Shiano has his work cut out for him. Now, I do say some of that is it was a fair catch on the kickoff. The ball went to 21. It was Higgins fielded at the 21. So I believe that comes out to the 25-yard line. If you fair catch inside the 25, it comes out to the 25-yard line. But Coach Shiano's going to the locker room, and he's going to have to really clean up some things, you know, in terms of figuring out what to do. Coach is definitely getting into someone. I guess he didn't want that fair catch. Oh, no, I guess the fair catch rule is off, and now you don't have that anymore. So Rutgers starts at their 21-yard line. And whoever again, you have a lot of young kids who are playing right now. So that's also a contributing factor. Rutgers is on the left hash, 1 by 3. And about, looks like he picks up about 14 yards. TV says there's a flag on the play. So let's see what's happening. And I'm seeing that the referee is saying holding. All right, so that's going to be Rutgers' second penalty. So that's going to move them back on this drive. Looks like it's holding on the play against Rutgers. That's going to move them back 10 yards on 69 Asamoah on the play. I don't see a hold. Wow. Guys, I really don't see a hold. I don't see where that was. So, but again, handoff to Kyle Monangai, and he's breaking down, and he got over to the 48-yard line, and they threw a flag on the play. And it's getting chippy out there, guys. It's getting chippy out there. Monangai's just laughing. You know, he said, "Look, you got a flag," but Howard is really starting to do a lot of talking. They're feeling a lot of confidence. You know, as the opposition, as a Rutgers player, you know, I'm going to love it. Yeah. Am I going to do a little talking back? I'm going to do it not in front of the referees because I don't want to get caught with a flag. But I'm going to sit here and say, yeah, you know what? Now I'm going to really step it up, and I'm going to really punch you even more in the face. You know, I'm going to be even more physical with you. So here's a flag on the play. Dead ball, personal foul against Howard. So that's going to give Rutgers another 15 yards on the play. But again, good job. it was the same exact play Rutgers ran before. So, but yeah, number 11, and he wants to talk. So, so Rutgers is at the 34-yard line. Clock is stopped. Let's take it over the top, Coach. Take it over the top. Please take it over the top. 1 by 3, left hash mark, dropping back to pass. Kaliakmanis with a clean pocket. Balls move down to around looks like it's about the 17-yard line. Kaliakmanis on the pass, 18-yard line. They're up, getting set, and they're spiking the ball. And they said timeout. So if that's a timeout, then you got to put time on the clock. So, but again, if they call timeout on that, okay. Good job clearing out, running a vertical out and in for Miller and a seam, which opened up the window beautifully. So it's going to be a 1st and 10. They say 12 seconds on the game in the half. So let's see what happens. So, but again, if they called a timeout. All right, so here we go. And everybody's figuring it out. Kaliakmanis 7-13, 61 yards. Rutgers is on the left hash mark. They're 1 by 3. One of the 3 is a wing. Monangai is on the left of Kaliakmanis. Howard is playing coverage. So let's see what we get in reference to this. Howard is bringing a blitz. Kaliakmanis, I don't know where that pass went to. He sailed it so far outside, not even into the end zone. So that's a bad pass for him. But again, 8 seconds left on the game in the half. Are we kicking? It looks like Shiano's putting up 3 fingers, so it looks like he's kicking the field goal. He's just going to take the points. He needs the points right now, so he's going to take the points. So I get it. You know, that pass by Kaliakmanis wasn't good. So 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Patel up for the field goal. Up, away, and the field goal is good. So Rutgers is now up 17-7 over Howard. Howard will be getting the ball to start the second half. So I guess, Shiano wanted to take something. Looks like there's only probably about 3 or 4 seconds left in the half. So, but that's pretty much it. Let's see, what do they say at CBS Sports? Oops, sorry guys. Yeah, they're just leaving it. Looks like it's still okay. There you go. 4 seconds left in the half. Rutgers is up 17-7. So finally, they did start to really move the ball. Part of that is the penalty, 205 yards in total offense, 63 rushing. 144 rushing, 63 passing. So there's a lot to clean up at the half for Rutgers. There really is a lot. So right now, I would say I want to see this ball go into the end zone, force them down, and take a defensive kneel in reference to that. Monangai. Let me see how many yards after this kick. There's a pop up. Okay, it's on the other side of the 20. If it's at the 20, it'll come out to the 25. So. But let's see. Kaliakmanis, 63. Kyle Monangai, 124 yards rushing already on 14 carries with a long of 39 yards. So this is going to be the Kyle Monangai show in the second half. We're going to have to ride him. And for Rutgers to be successful, literally, they're going to have to get a 200 to a 250-yard gain from him. So they're lining up, taking the snap. There's the kneel down, and that's going to be the half. So at the half, Rutgers is leading Howard 17-7. Again, I just did a quick synopsis, a little stat breakdown. I'll go back over it again. For Howard, you have Scroggins, who's leading them in passing, 7 of 11, 47 yards, 1 interception. He also has 7 rushes, 56 yards, along of 18. James, 7 carries, 35 yards, 16-yard long run. Yeager, 1 carry, 8 yards. Hawthorne, 1 carry, 3 yards. Hunter, 4 carries, 1 yard. Ilzarin, 1 carry, no yards. James leads in reception, 2 receptions, 10 yards. Clark, 1 for 5. I guess those are targets also. Ilzara, 2 for 3. And Hawthorne, no reception. So I don't think there's any defensive stats in here. No defensive stats. And again, for Rutgers, Kaliakmanis, 7 of 13, 63 yards, 1 touchdown. He's okay. Definitely better than Gavin Wimsett. Kyle Monangai, 14 carries, 124 yards with a long of 39. Around 3 carries, 7 yards, along of 4 yards. Damir Miller, 4 catches on 4 targets, 37 yards, along of 16. Ian Strong, 1 reception. I said carry. Sorry, guys. 1 reception, 12 yards with a long of 12 yards, 3 targets. He has a drop. Kenny Fletcher, 1 reception for 10 yards. Chris Long, 1 reception, 4 yards, but he also has 1 drop, and the defender deflected one of the passes. So, but those are the overall stats for Rutgers. It's not a impressive game for that matter. What's up, Raf? El Capitan Rafael El Fucho. Thanks for tapping in, bro. Appreciate you. Offensively for Rutgers, while it is not an impressive game, it's an okay game. They're going to have to build up. They're going to have to continue to work. It's going to rely on Kyle Monangai. We see that right now. What are you going to do once teams start to take him away? We definitely need Kaliakmanis. Now, one thing I would like to see just one time, I would just like to see us sail it deep one time. We've heard all preseason. Damir Miller is a deep threat type of receiver. He has explosive speed. So send the ball deep. Send it deep one time just to send a message to Howard, but also to the rest of the teams that are playing you. Rutgers right now is offensively is struggling with Howard. I think there should be about 14 more points on the board right now for Rutgers. You could say 14 points. If you want to give it 10 points, I'll even give you 10 points, but I'm going to say 14 points. Rutgers should have at least 31 points on the board right now. That's where you're saying to yourself, okay, this is what you expect out of Rutgers. But right now, they're not playing well. They have to do better going into the second half. They have to clean up things. They have to, show that they're a worthy Big Ten opponent because right now, people are going to lose confidence. When you play teams like Virginia Tech, when you play Washington, Wisconsin, USC, Maryland, you're going to it's going to change the narrative there for you. Who's your most hated college team? State Penn University. Yeah, I did say State Penn. I didn't say Penn State. I said State Penn. Just like that, Arku. And if you understand why I say that, then it goes back to the Joe Paterno days. So to State Penitentiary, I'll always say that. And I never was like that. I didn't have any animosity towards Penn State, but when you allow certain things to, permeate your program and you don't take control, that I have issues with. So, like I said, going into the second half, I need to see better play for Rutgers. Defensively, I'm okay. You need to clean up some things, better play at the linebacker level. When you have the opportunity to make the tackle, make your tackle, guys. Don't miss your tackle. But offensively, you got to do a better job executing, getting your blocks. You have to make sure that you get your blocks, secure your blocks. Receivers catch the pass. You can't have two passes like that that are dropped. So you hate Texas A&M. You must be a Texas Longhorn fan. So I guess that's why. So, but I understand, Arku. I understand. So, but yeah, it's State Penn. And when Jim Harbaugh was at Michigan, it was Michigan. But now that he's not there, I don't have any hate. I actually have family in Detroit who are big Wolverine fans. I was, in a sense, a Wolverine fan growing up as a kid. I don't want to say a fan, but I did like them at times. But when Harbaugh was there, something that he said about Jersey, and he owns Jersey, or he led the impression that this is his recruiting ground and this is his backyard. No, this is not your backyard. This is Jersey. You can get talent from here just like anyone else, but you don't own Jersey. So, which is why I'm glad he's gone. So, but that's about it. But I'm going to take a quick commercial break, and I'll be right back after this.
Yo, I'm reppin' Rutgers, yeah, we do it for the R. Scarlet Knights flexing hard, yeah, we born and raised the bar. All the pride in New Jersey, man, we stand tall and proud. From the Brunswick to the shore, we gon' turn it up real loud. Athletics in our veins, we hustle, we grind. The streets to East Coast, so it's on our mind. Red and black, we attack, yeah, we never fall back. In the heart of the game, Rutgers putting up the stats.
Jersey strong, yeah, we doing it right. For the R, put a thumb and we gon' fight all night. East Coast energy, hit 'em with the hype. Rutgers on the project, taking that flight.
From the glassroom to the field, we excel, we win. Got the spirit of the all, let the games begin. We represent the Garden State. Hustle, grit, no debate. Determination in our eyes. Nah, we don't hesitate. We got strength, we got heart. Every play, every ball. Loyalty in our soul from the end to the start. It's a Rutgers way, never sway. Steady on our grind with the pride of New Jersey. Success we gon' find.
Jersey strong, yeah, we doing it right. For the R, put a thumb and we gon' fight all night. East Coast energy, hit 'em with the hype. Rutgers on the project, taking that flight.
Yo, in this thing ain't still a raw. Scarlet Knights, here a sword. Champions the spirit, breaking down every door. Red wave rising, see the power in our stride. With the hearts of a night, we got that Jersey pride. When the lights strike on that Saturday night, Rutgers spirit burning, shining in the fight. In every passing tackle, we blaze with desire. In the halls of the Ivy, setting the field of fire. From the alumni to the youth, we carry the flame. United by the banner in every single game. This is more than just a team. It's a legacy strong for the all, for the glory we gon' carry on.
All right, guys. Thank you. I really appreciate you guys being here, supporting me. Yeah, I'm doing it for the art as always. That's my show. That's what I I bring to you in terms of talking Rutgers. There'll be recap on the show. So, but again, I thank you all for being here. Make sure you guys hit the like button. If you're new to the program, make sure that you guys hit the like buttons, subscribe, and hit the notification, and always share on all social media platforms. Also, make sure you hit the like button for the Big Blue Cruise Sports Network. Subscribe, and also hit the notification so that way you know when new content is out there. There's always plenty of great content. Football, basketball, baseball, UFC, boxing. Again, there's plenty of content that's there on the Big Blue Cruise Sports Network programming. Also, I'm a part of the hardcore, so I also do coverage there. So, you'll also see some of my work there. Make sure that you also tap in there too whenever I'm there. So, and support there. So, thank you all for always supporting me and being here for me. So, but again, right now, Howard is doing their thing. In terms of their moving the ball up and down the field, in terms on Rutgers, defensively, when you sit down and you look at it, 142 yards of total offense in a half. That's concerning. So, if you're a Rutgers defensive coach, you are concerned with that. But I do expect Coach Edd to clean up some things at the halftime. Like I said, defensively, the linebackers, there's things that they need to do. They're young linebackers, so you don't have either of your all Big Ten linebackers there. I think if they were in there, you would actually see a different ball game. Some of those missed tackles would be cleaned up. And I don't think Howard would be able to move the ball the way they did. You have young guys in here, playing in positions. When you have young guys in here, it changes the dynamics, man. It really does. So, and that, which is why I do understand, you do have to get these guys up to speed, but this is what you see. This is what you see. What you're going to see. Moses Walker. He while he's a junior, he has dealt with some injury and he hasn't played as much, but he was a 4-star talent. Who came to Rutgers. Dario Jerome. He's also a junior from Quebec, Canada. But again, hasn't played a lot during the course of the past few years. Timmy Hinspeter, another junior. Again, they come in, they fill in here for certain games, especially late in the season. But at those critical junctures, of course, they're not there because you had all Big Ten talent ahead of them. So again, you're going to need these guys to really, step up and play better going forward. And I think they will. I really do. Again, it's first games. You do have the jitters. It's going to happen. So, but when you have guys, veteran guys like the Tyene Powell, who's out. Moses. Mohamed Toure, who's out for the year. It does change your defense a lot, in how you do things, how you call things, because if they were here, they know the defense, you could do a lot of other things. So, need to work on the a little bit on the back end with the pass defense. But again, you do have a pick six, so that can force you to be a little bit more tentative. I don't see them. I haven't seen Howard do a lot more passing. A lot of it is dealing with the run. So would I expect Rutgers to probably load the box a little bit more on occasion? Yeah, force him to pass. Be smart, play the quarterback, look at what he's doing. Understand the down of the distance situation. You're not really trying to go vertically except that one play where he made that big play. But if you keep him in the pocket, he doesn't make that play. Everything else is really short, screens, things of that nature. Howard is not really trying to, get into a bully contest with Rutgers because they know on the trenches they can't match up. So, that's where Rutgers has to be fundamentally sound. Guys have to stay true to their rules and not play outside of what you're supposed to do. So just do your job. So, and again, like I said, I'm expecting, to see a different performance going into the second half. So now hopefully, my expectations will be met, but we'll see what happens going forward. So I'm kind of surprised I haven't seen, and I've seen Brantley out there. I was expecting to see him a little bit, because, he couldn't play last year because of transfer issues and the NCAA not allowing him to play. So this would be a good game to let him play and let him get out there because you're going to need him going forward. So, but I don't know. I mean, I've seen a lot of Miller, Strong, and Long. Now, Christian Gemmel, like I said, he's questionable. So you're probably just using him as a punt returner unless he. Keep an eye out for Brantley. I want to see if he's out there and if he does anything. So, So, but that's just some of the things that I'm looking for, going forward. So, I'm looking for the offensive line to clean up some things, get better in terms of their execution, their blocking assignments. For the most part, they're doing what they need to do. But some of the big runs that Monangai has done, he's bounced it. So you've had a wash on the backside, which allows him to bounce in. At the point of attack, it's clogged up. So, those are some things that, I want to see that they clean up, because, if we're running inside zone, I'm expecting to see, an alley up inside. Early in the game, they had it, but Howard has done a good job adjusting and taking it away. But now, what are they going to do? Are they going to stay with with Monangai bouncing it? Does that open up the inside zone a little bit more? I want to see more types of runs which will wear down Howard, because that's the other thing. You should be wearing them down, so going forward, that's what I'm looking for. So, the second half will be coming up soon. I guess after this next commercial break with on the Big Ten Network. So, and here, let me also say this. I've been critical of Rutgers, but let me also tip my hat to Howard. Because they first of all, they have a great game plan that they're calling from the coaching staff. For the most part, the players are executing into their best of their ability, and they're keeping themselves in this game. Like I said, if it wasn't for that pick six earlier, you have a 10-7 game. That's something that you want to think about. I think about that. I make a note of that. This is really a 10-7 game right now. And going into the second half right now, I say it's 7-7. That's going to put a lot of more pressure on Rutgers. And Howard is doing what they need to do to cause that. So and they need to continue what they're doing in a sense. Don't change from the game plan that you have. Keep going, keep doing what you're doing, and attacking the Rutgers offense and defense the way you've been doing. Now, if things start to get out of hand, then of course you make certain adjustments, but Howard wants to win this game. Don't get it wrong. But, most important, also, they want to try and keep this, within a certain realm. Right now, 10 points, they win. In some respects, they win. They can say, look, last year against Northwestern, we lost by 3 points. And Rutgers, if the score was to hold up right now, 10 points. So, Coach Yano, though, I think he's going to do what he needs to do to really push the envelope on this. But again, like I said, there's so many different factors. Rutgers with a lot of injuries to a lot of key players. And some guys who are questionable. I'm seeing that some of the guys who are questionable haven't been out there. So, it's what I expected. So, now Eric Rogers, he's performed since he's been out there. Dremel, a little bit, but now he's not out there anymore. Benjamin has been out. Tyreen Powell, your starting linebacker, he's out. Keontae Hamilton, key interior defensive lineman. I really haven't seen him out there. Aaron Lewis is out there, trying his best. So, but again, I'm looking for this team to step it up in the second half and really take control of this game, especially at the line of scrimmage. Offensive linemen, let's bully them up front. Understand your blocking assignments and what you're supposed to do and go out and execute, at that point of the time. So, like I said, kudos to Howard and Rutgers. You need to step it up. I predicted an 8-4 record. Right now you're playing at a 6-6, maybe a 5-7 record, to be brutally honest. And it could get even worse than that. So they need to step it up and they need to play much, much better going forward. So, and I do think they will. Like I said, there's also so many different factors. You have a lot of young players, which could go into helping you down the road. Once the young players get comfortable and playing in a college level game, that can help, their play improve, because they do have a lot of young talent on this roster. So, this is what they need. But you're also a veteran-led team. You have 20 some odd seniors on this roster. So, you need these guys to step up and help you grow as a team right now in the second half. So, but they're, right now, I guess they're showing the two bands I think are playing together. That's pretty cool. So with the two bands, if they're playing together, kudos to them. Howard HBCU. Most people who follow college sports, HBCU bands are pretty dynamic, very entertaining. So like I said, both are playing together. So respect to them, kudos to them. Both of them for doing that. So, but you have your announcers just giving a little recap of their field, Jason Horowitz and Matt Millen. So unfortunately, I can't hear with the watch along. I choose not to. So, but what are you guys' thoughts? I've done all the jibber jabbing. What are your thoughts on on this game so far? If you're watching it. How do you feel? If you're a Scarlet Knight fan, are you nervous? Are you confident that they're going to improve? Make sure you put it in the chat. So, and I'll make sure I read it. So, but, doing a little quick check-in, going over the stats, for the first half. And, it looks like they have a good student section there. It's not sold out. I wasn't expecting it to. If you had a different, program, a more recognizable program, maybe they would have sold it out. But, a lot of people are going to look at it's Howard. They're from a lower level. I'm expecting Rutgers. They don't want to watch it, where I'm the type where I wouldn't care who it is. I'm coming to support my squad. So Howard's head coach, Skillian, is lining up to kick off. And he has it lined up, and it's at the center left, and the ball's away for the second half, and it's in the end zone where I'm looking for it to go. So Howard will come out to about the 25-yard line when we come back. So Scroggins leads the team in rushing. We went over the stats. He's accounted for, 13, 103 yards of total offense. So, that's what you have to do. You have to control him, Jay-Sean Scroggins. You can't let him continue what he's doing. So let's see. Howard is on their left hash mark. They're, in their same formation that they've found success with. Motion across, running back to the left, and outside zone. Running back is bouncing to the outside, bounce off many tackles, and he picked up about a good 16 yards, bringing the ball out to the 41-yard line. So looks like there was a little confusion right at the, again, missed tackle. And you had Dedmon Igbinosin, who was there. But he came in a little bit too hot and heavy, and he did not focus on reading the play, because if he just did his assignment, he was there. Play action for the quarterback, pass to number 3 to about the 47-yard line of Rutgers. So 2 plays. Howard is at the Rutgers 47-yard line. Like I said, Howard is playing with a lot of confidence now. So they're saying we can play with them. So 2 plays, you picked up 2 explosive plays to get into plus territory. So 1st and 10 at the Rutgers 47-yard line. There's the outside quarterback zone, and now they stopped them for about a 1-yard gain. So good job by Jerome and Aaron Lewis on the play. So again, guys are playing a little bit more on that play. Guys were playing a little bit more disciplined. So Howard right now is 2nd and 9. Call. Read the defense. Got a check from the sideline. They're in a tight formation, tight end to the left, 1-by-3, running back to the right, outside zone with the running back. And there they are. Rutgers now again, Jerome with the tackle for a 1-yard gain. So Jerome is doing a little bit better right now in these last 2 plays. So good job by the defense of holding, doing their assignment, playing their assignment. It's a 3rd and 8 for Rutgers, right, for Howard right now. And looks like they're at the Rutgers 45. So 10 seconds on the play clock. And they're at the 45. They're playing cut. Quarterback is running. And there he goes. And there's a tackle at the 40-yard line for Rutgers. So still too much. If I'm Howard, I'm going for it. That was Kai Sanders on the tackle for Rutgers. And it's a 4th down. And Howard is going for it. Like I said, they have nothing to lose. They have everything to gain, nothing to lose. It's a 4th and 3. So, definitely you want to go for it. And Rutgers now, it's up to you. So you gain 5 yards in that play. And it's 2-by-2, motion across to a 3-by-1. Quarterback is dropping back. Pass there, and they stopped him for a loss of 1. They were trying to do some type of outcut to the running back. Quarterback had pressure and got it to Hunter, but he was tackled for a loss. So good job by Rutgers to stop the play on forcing a turnover on down, and good job by Desmond Igmanosin to make sure that he did not let the offensive player get the 1st down. So, but that's a turnover on downs, and Rutgers then, when we come back, will actually have the ball going forward. So good job right there to, while you did allow them a couple of plays, you settled in and you did what you had to do. So now what I am noticing, it does, mobile quarterbacks seem to give Rutgers a little bit a problem. So is that what we're going to see going forward? Continuous problems with mobile quarterbacks. So I don't know, but we'll see if we can clean it up going forward. So now offensively, I'm expecting to see Kyle Monangai. Now, I do want to see if they start biting on Kyle Monangai, if the quarterback on certain running situations, pull the ball and run. That's what I want to see from him. Pull the football and run. Now if you do that, that can also help in the run game. So but we'll see when we come back to action, after this commercial break from for the Big Ten Network. So Rutgers offensively definitely has to step it up, and they have to do well moving this ball down the field, and see what they can do. See if they can score points off in this next series. So, what's your guys' thoughts now in reference to this game so far? So, let me know what you think. So, in terms of what you're seeing, what's going on. So, Scroggins, let's see, on that last series, Scroggins got 9 to 13, 57 yards, 9 carries, 64 yards. So he's their whole show basically right now offensively. So, and I think he's going to do well in the MEAC. I think he's going to do well in, the way he's playing here. This can give him great confidence, because Rutgers overall, for everything that they're struggling, they still are a good defense. They have talent, so this can help him. This can help him going forward. So under Coach Harry Simiak, last year they were 7th in points, 5th in pass yards, 6th in takeaways, and 2nd in red scoring percentage. So definitely did a good job last year. So stepped up on that last series. Good job. Now, 1st and 10, but for Rutgers, 2-by-2, motion across. Handoff to, they got me. It was a split zone fake and pass out to Kenny Fletcher out in the left flat. Looks like he picked up about 5-6 yards. So it's going to be a 2nd down when he comes back to action. So got me on that one. I was expecting a run. So, but again, lined up 1-by-3 with the wing to the right. Monangai to the right of the quarterback, Kaliakmanis. Ball is handed off. And, he was stopped right in the middle, but he bounced to the outside, picked up 3 yards. So it's going to be a 3rd and 1. If he didn't get tackled, he was gone. He was gone if he didn't get tackled from behind. So lined up, inside run. And looks like he's going to pick up the 1st down. So good run by Monangai. And let's see what they say. They're going to measure. Right now, Rutgers is at the Howard 49-yard line. So it looks like I thought he got it at the 40. The marker is at the 49-yard line. So that's where he got to, is at the 49-yard line. Good job by number 0, Gallup Jr. for Howard on the play, the last 2 plays. Stopped the plays from becoming more than what it was going to be. And it's a 1st down, just by the hair of the nose of the football, but it is a 1st down for Rutgers. So good job in getting that. Doesn't matter how you get it, just get the 1st down. So Rutgers will be lining back up after this. So starting to move the ball. Like I said, you're in Howard territory. This drive right now, I'm expecting them to go down and score a touchdown. So it's a 1-by-3 running Monangai to the right of Kaliakmanis with the wing to the right. Looks like they're checking off again. And here we go. Inside run by Monangai. Good cut back, and he he's breaking tackles, and it looks like he picked up about 13. Like I said, let's ride Monangai. This is what you need to do right now going forward. Just keep running. So you went from the 49. There it is. Yeah, it's about 15 yards. So 14, 15 yards. So a good run by Monangai there. We're taking a breather. 1st and 10 for offense. 17 carries, 44 yards for Monangai right now. So Kaliakmanis 8 of 14, 63 yards, still the same. All you're going to do is run the football. Just keep running the football right now. Wear them down. Just keep running the football. Don't do anything else. If you have to pass, then pass. If you want to do something quick to the flats, okay, I get that. But right now, I'm ready to just run the football. Force Howard to load the box. If they load the box, then I'm going to go up top on them. So, and that would be my, offensively, that's what I would do. Monangai is doing his thing. Even if you put Sam Brown in there and incorporate Kaliakmanis a little bit more, with the quarterback read. Let him read what the ends and the outside is doing on the play, so that way he can go ahead and if they're crashing down on the run, pull it and take off, which then allows later, if they stay back, that allows the running back to attack and it even gives him a cut back lane. So, but again, that's what I'm looking for. Right now, there's a timeout on the field because there was an injury. I do apologize for not keeping you guys updated with that. Again, there's an injury. There was a Howard player who was down, and they walked him off help walk him off the field. So when we'll be back, they'll be back from a commercial break in a couple moments, and we'll get back to action from there. So I need Rutgers to definitely put points on here, and to be honest with you, I need them to put touchdowns on the field, on the board. That's what I need them to do. I don't need a field goal. I need a touchdown. And depending on the situation, if it was if I had to end up going on a 4th and short, if I had a short yardage situation on 4th down, I probably would end up going for it. So, but looks like we're about ready to come back to action in a moment. Later on tonight on the Big Ten Network, you'll have Illinois and Eastern Illinois. So that should be an interesting one, battle for the state of Illinois, bragging rights basically. So, but when we come back, Monangai is back out on the field. Same formation, 1 by 3, but Monangai is to the left of Kaliakmanis. So looking to the sideline, there's some type of a check down. Howard has adjusted accordingly, in reference to that. So there's the run. Kyle bounced it out to the outside. There he is off of a block and down to about the 19-yard line. Looks like he picked up about another 12 yards, 12, 13 yards. So, and that's what I'm looking for. Rutgers is bigger. They're starting to impose their will. So, that's what I need to see, and then force Howard to make certain adjustments. So, but good job by the front line of Howard for Rutgers. 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line, 2 by 2. Miller motioned across. And split zone. Good job to Kenny Fletcher. And good job. And he got down. Where did he get down to? Is it around it looks like he's around inside the 5. But that was a good job. Fake do and the handoff to Monangai going to the left. Fletcher was coming across, going to the right with the split zone action. And he got it. And he took off, and looks like he's out around the 1-yard line. Well, they marked him out at around the 4-yard line. So there's a timeout on the field. It's an official review right now. So like I said, I think he went down at the 1-yard line. So he went from the 19 to about the 1. That would have been an 18-yard pickup. So, if he didn't go out there. No, he went out earlier. He went out at around about the 8.5-yard line. So, his left heel hit out on the stripe. So that'll bring it back to about the 8.5-yard line. It still will be a first down for Rutgers from there. So he would have had the first down anyway by about 1.5 yards, 2 yards. So, but again, I get it, I understand, but hey, it just gives you a little bit more room to work with, in reference to this next play. So it looks like he would be out at around the 7.5-yard line. So. And they're finished with the review, and you're giving the announcement. Yeah, 7 and mark. He stepped out of the 7.5-yard line, so that's where the ball will be marked at, and it'll be 1st and goal still. So, all right. So when we come back, it'll be 8:43 on the game in the 3rd quarter left, and Rutgers will be on the right hash mark at the 7.5-yard line. They're going to be in a 3-by-1 with a wing to the left, and Kyle Monangai to the right of Kaliakmanis, and they moved him to the left. And pass out into the flat to Monangai, and he's down. Tackle looks like for no gain, but there's a Howard defender who's down. Looks like he has a stinger the way his right arm is sitting there. They're taking a look at his. It looks like they're looking at his right arm. But it was good coverage. They were in zone. But Now, if they were in man, then he would have been in perfect position for a bigger play. But hey, that's what happens. They mixed it up. They changed it to zone, and we're now in the commercial break. So, again, Rutgers isn't moving the ball well for the most part. Got a little cutesy there, but I understood why. Moved Monangai from the right of Kaliakmanis to the left, and at the last minute, you flashed him out on the snap with an angle towards the sideline with the receivers coming in, thinking that the corners and the DBs were going to stay with the receivers and get a linebacker matched up on him, and then hopefully get into the touch and get into the end zone. But Howard mixed it up. They gave his own. So, very few teams run a zone in that situation, but I do understand, run the zone in that situation because sometimes, they have the better talent. It might be easier to play the zone. And there we go. So it'll be a second down play when we come back from the timeout. So, now I do need Rutgers to put it in the end zone. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. This is a touchdown situation. Based on the positioning of the field. When we come back, right now you've been running the ball, coach. Just run it. Try and run it. Let's see what you can get, and see if it puts you in a position to get closer to the end zone where, if you can end up running in a short yardage situation, great. So, but we'll see when we come back. So. Some of these commercials are pretty crazy. So, but yeah, the new Big Ten is very interesting. There's, I think every team this weekend, every team from the Big Ten is playing this weekend. So, let's see what happens. It's 8:18 left in the third quarter. Carson Hinton is a player who went out. He's a senior defensive back from Detroit, Michigan. So looks like he just has a stinger. He's rotating the shoulder. So, okay, Rutgers is 1-3 with the wing to the right. Kyle Monangai with the run. Outside, cut back to the inside. Good job with the blocking, in for the end touchdown. Great run for Monangai, touchdown run. This is what you needed for Rutgers, at this juncture. So, okay, right now Rutgers is up 23-7. Just waiting the outcome of the extra point. They washed the front side, did a great job of sealing the backside. And Monangai did a great job of cutting and getting into the end zone. Patel is lined up for the extra point. Ball is snapped. Kick is up, and it's good. And Rutgers is now up 24-7 over Howard. So, great job, great drive, great series for Rutgers. During that series. And definitely what Rutgers needed. 8 minutes left in the third quarter. Now, if the defense can get a third and out, and give Rutgers a short field, maybe we can start to get a little bit more comfortable. So, but good job by Monangai reading the blocking and cutting back off of it and pretty much almost waltzing into the end zone. Rutgers is now up 24-7 over Howard. So, just did a little quick breakdown. Right now, 19 carries, 165 yards, and 1 touchdown for Monangai in this game. So, the 165 yards ties his career high. It's kind of surprising when you really think about it, but, you would have expected or thought he would have had definitely would have had a situation where he had more yards in the game, but no, it's not. So the ball is kicked and it's bouncing on the ground and bounced around, and Howard had to dive on it, and it's about around the 18-yard line. So it was a little squib kick action that bounced around, and Howard had to dive on it at the last minute. So one of the quick update, Wake Forest is leading North Carolina A&T 13-10. And I'm trying to find North Dakota State is up over Colorado 3-0 right now in the first quarter. So that's what I was looking for. I was looking for the Colorado game. So Howard is up 1st and 10, 3-1. And what's going on? Delay a game, Howard. So that's strange, man. You come right out of a timeout and you get a delay a game. You come right out from a kickoff and you get a delay a game. It's not a good look. Kyle Monangai is averaging 8.7 yards a carry right now. So ball is snapped. There's a quick pitch to number 4, pickup of about 5 yards. So it'll be a 2nd and 10. So Rutgers has 15 first downs in the game. Third down efficiency, they're 5 of 8. They're 0 for 1 on 4th down. Total yards 263, 6.6 per touch. And rushing, they're averaging 7.6 up total. So Howard is in a 2-by-2 with the running back to the right. Ball is snapped, and the ball is up in the air, and it's incomplete. So I'm seeing the play, and didn't give the quarterback enough window to drop that ball in there. So it's going to be 3rd and 9 when on the next snap for Howard. Rutgers, right now you need to get a 3 and out on this play. So, and let's see what's going to happen from here. So, all right. So Rutgers 3rd and 9, they're lined up. Looks like they're coming with a blitz, and they are. There's the pass, and the pass is incomplete. And everyone is looking for a flag on the play, but there isn't any flag on the play. So 3 and out for Rutgers. For Howard. Good job by Rutgers to create the 3 and out. So you got Christian Dremel, who's back. Looks like he's about the 45-yard line. So can we get a punt block right now? You got an 8-man up situation. Looks like they're coming, and they miss getting there. So Dremel fielded the ball at around the 43-yard line. So good punt by the Howard punter, and good fielding by Dremel, on that play. So Rutgers is going to take over, and like I said, around their 43-yard line. Expecting another drive to get down and put points on the board, in this drive here. See if we can get down. And now I'll say, okay, if you get a field goal, okay, but preferably another touchdown. That's going to be the job. Personally speaking, I still want to see Rutgers just try and take the ball off the top one time. Just give me a deep pass, just to see. Force them to play back, because they really haven't done anything. They've done some nice crossers, maybe 15, close to a 20-yard window is on some of the passes. But you know what? I want to see something 30 to 40 yards down the field. Put it down there. Let's see what Dymere Miller can do. Let's send a message, not only to Howard, to the other teams. We will go over the top on you. We may not do it often, but we're going to do it, on occasion. So that's what I want to see. But ultimately, I want to see Rutgers come down and get points on the board. So if we can come down and put another 7, go up 31-7, and that would be a big thing, going forward. And that would set you up for, the fourth quarter, when, you'll start to make more changes, with a few other younger players. I would have liked to see more younger players in right now, but we're not in that position. There were scoring opportunities, 2, maybe 3 other scoring opportunities. If you have another 17 points on here, you're at 41-7, which is, where you would want to be right now at this point in time, but didn't fall that way. First game, a lot of injuries, young players, playing. So I get it. So, but we're just going to take it from here. Right now, I want to see Rutgers come out, drive down this field, execute. You're starting to get your offensive rhythm, get confident, play physical at the point of attack, and let's just go from here. So still the same offensive line for Rutgers. In Pierce, Felton, Zelenskis, Asamoah, and Needham as the offensive line right now for Rutgers. So 7:07 left in the third quarter. Rutgers has a 1st and 10. Are they at I think they're at the left center hash. You're at the 11th, 1 by 3. Looks like it's Sam Brown who's in at the right. Howard looks like they're blitzing. So it looks like they're going to stay true to it. Play action. And there's the pass. And we didn't have time. He did not have time. Howard was coming with the blitz because you had Dymere Miller open coming across the field. He was trying to get it to him, but he had pressure right up in his face. If he had time to sit like he had in the first half, I think that's a connection and a big explosive play. So we have to come back and see what happens from here. We're in a 1 by 3 again. With Brown to the left of Kaliakmanis, and I'm thinking you're going to run it. There is the run. Sam Brown with the run, bouncing off of tackles, and looks like he picked up about 4 yards. So it's going to be a 3rd and 6 when Rutgers snaps the ball next. So Howard is starting to bring blitzes. They're starting to try and cause change the narrative for Rutgers. Get the ball out of the quarterback's hands. And also, get to the running back a lot quicker. So it's a 3rd and 6 at about the Rutgers 46-yard line. So let's see. Howard is playing games. There's runs of Sam Brown, and he gets across midfield to about he's close. He's going to be short. It's going to be 4th and inches, I believe. And if it is, I'm going for it with Rutgers. Yeah, it's 4th and inches. They're about a half a yard short. So, Coach Shiano is going for it. They're 4th and inches. They're short. Let's see what we're going to do. Yeah, they're going to do that tush-push thing again. So Rutgers is lined up. You got the referee in there. And there it is for Rutgers, and they picked up the first down. They should have the first down on that play. So I'm trying to see where they're spotting the ball. And, it's a first down for Rutgers on the play. So good job, good movement up front. In terms of getting that tush push play. So I know a lot of teams hate it, but I get the concept of it. 3 by 1 with Rutgers, right center hash, Brown to the left of Kaliakmanis. Howard looks like they're playing some type of, it looks like cover 3 or quarters. Yeah, the cover 3. And pass was to, who is that? He dropped the pass. He worried about the hit first instead of securing the pass. It was Miller. He started moving before the ball got there. He was open. Yeah, it's like that's like your 4th pass dropped by the receivers today. They have to do a better job. The receivers have to do a better job of securing. That would give you, Kaliakmanis could be at least at a 14 of 18 type situation. So 3-by-1, Brown to the right, and Kaliakmanis on the run. He's going down the sideline. Big run by Kaliakmanis. Got me on that one. That's see what I mean about the quarterback run. You surprise the teams. So Brown took it. It was like split down 30-yard line. So great run, great play, great execution. That's what you need. That's what you need in a situation like that. So it's 1st and 10 and around the 31-yard line, 3-by-1. Brown is to the left of Kaliakmanis. So Howard looks like they're playing a man concept. So there you go. There's the pass. And who is that? That's Duffed. That's the other freshman receiver. Good pickup. Just a little bit. Kaliakmanis has to do a better job of keeping his receivers up. I see when he shoots it to the outside, they have to dive for the pass. So it's going to be a 2nd and 1 for Rutgers when we come back to action. So it's a 1-by-3. Brown to the left of Kaliakmanis, and the ball is going to be snapped. Split zone action. Brown to the inside, and picks up of about 2 yards on the play. So 2.5 yards. So Rutgers is being very methodical. So it's down around the 20-yard line, 20 to 19-yard line, somewhere in that range. So keep doing what you're doing. 3 minutes left in the third quarter. Hopefully they can get down and get points, get a touchdown off of this drive here. So it's also good because Monangai is not in there. He's resting, so good job. 1-by-3, Brown to the left. There's the pass up and to long and incomplete. Kaliakmanis was doing the back shoulder, but Long didn't adjust accordingly, and he fell and the pass dropped out of bounds. So it's going to be a 2nd and 10. Kaliakmanis is now 11 of 20 on the night. So I'm not going to call that interference for Brown because he stuck his hand in there. So he should have realized that that's what he was going to do. That's what a receiver has to understand, based on the leverage. There's a sportsmanlike conduct penalty. Oh, they threw that on Coach Shiano. He wanted an interference. Oh, Coach, you just took us out of a great scoring opportunity, Coach. I understand you're fighting for your kids. I get it. But there's a point in the time now there you didn't want it. You couldn't do that there. That's a bad penalty by a coach to take. If you want to talk to the official, Rutgers is now down out around their 35-yard line. So it's 3rd and 25. Now you have to play for a field goal. So pass to Sam Brown in the flats. And, Sam Brown scores. Big touchdown pass. Sam Brown went into the flats. Kaliakmanis just dumped it off to him. And it was going to be probably like a 5-yard catch. Turned upfield, and there was no one there. And Sam Brown just took off from there and scored on basically a 35-yard touchdown pass. So good play, good read by Kaliakmanis. As I said before, Howard was playing man. They've been doing that except when they were down in short yardage. So touchdown for Rutgers on that play. They're now up 30-7. This is a great opportunity for Rutgers to continue to push the envelope in this game. So right now Patel is lining up for the extra point. 2:33 left in the game. In the quarter. And the kick is up, and it is good. And Rutgers is now up 31-7. So good. Good way for the players to make up for the coach, because again, that was a questionable call. In terms of the unsportsmanlike conduct penalty. You don't want to get those type of calls. But now Rutgers is up 31-7 on Howard. What they need to do. So this is a comfortable lead. Now you want to still continue to work on things going forward. But Rutgers still needs to put points on the board. So let me see if I can find a little update on points. Update on scores, update on points. Come on, Ed, learn how to talk. So let's see. Wake Forest is in a fight with NC A&T. That's in the second quarter. Kansas is up on good. North Dakota State is leading Colorado 10-7 right now. So and that's in the first quarter. So it's going to be interesting. Let me see something. The quarterback for North Dakota State is 6 of 7 for 117 yards and 1 touchdown. Shedeur Sanders is 4 for 65 yards and a touchdown. So ball is kicked off for Rutgers and it's in the end zone. So but I'll keep an eye on that, and I'll give you guys score updates as we go along. For those of you who are there with me. So thank you everyone for rocking with me. Make sure you hit the like button on this channel as well as the Big Blue Crew. And also subscribe to everyone as well as hit the notifications so you know when we post new content. Howard is in the 1-by-3. Handoff to number 2. And it looks like he picks up about 7 yards. It was a quarterback read. Quarterback was extending it a little bit and then gave the ball to running back number 2, Hunter, and he picked up 7 yards. So it's going to be a 2nd and 3. So Howard right now is 2-by-2 with a tight end to the right, running back to the right of the quarterback. And there's the handoff to the running back. Looks like he picks up about 1 yard. So, good tackle by Griffin on the play. So it's going to be a 3rd and 2 for Howard on the next snap. So 1:48 and counting in the quarter. So it's a 3rd and 2. Good job. Let's see what Rutgers does to get off the field right now. They're lining up in their touchdown formation. They're dropping back to pass. And they had a crosser, missed tackle by Jerome. And the receiver, first down, first of all. But he ended up picking up about another 7-8 yards. You would have had him right at the sticks. But like I said, he picked up about another 6-7 yards. So first down, but for Howard on that play. And right now, Rutgers needs to do a better job of trying to get off the field. Howard's at the 42-yard line. Draw. And looks like he got out to around the 48-yard line. 40 seconds left in the quarter. Howard is doing a good job. They're going quick tempo. They're lining up. And the pass was incomplete. All right, so they tried to get a quick pass to Ilazara, and it'll be a 3rd down. It was a 2nd and 4. Now it'll be a 3rd and 4. So Howard is setting up. 27 seconds left in the quarter. Play call is being sent in. It's 3rd and 4. And Howard is in a 3-by-1. And there was a change in personnel. And there's a quarterback read. And the quarterback is short. Picked up 1 yard. Should have been a tackle for a loss. We had them. Actually, Keontae Hamilton is playing. I thought he was out. You had the leverage on him by Igbenogson, but poor job. So right now, this is going to be going into the fourth quarter. Masco did a good job on the play. So that'll take it to the fourth quarter. So, but again, good job by Rutgers that quarter to end up putting on extra points and take it to a 31-7 lead. So again, thanks everyone for being here. I'm going to take a quick commercial break, and I'll be right back after this message. Where is it?
Check the team, we hit hard, grind tough, silverbacks, yeah, we playing rough. Seasons changing, we don't bluff. 24's our year, say enough's enough. New Jersey reppin', we rise above. In that huddle, fighting is our love. Get down or lay down, push comes to shove. No fakes, no counterfeits, it's strength we show. Hustle on the field, opponents moving slow. See your fall, we coming up, yeah, you know. Silverbacks in the game, we still a show. New Jersey pride, let our colors glow. Get down or lay down, this is how we roll. From Newark to Trenton, the crowd shouts loud. Gridiron Kings standing tall and proud. Training hard, every sweat drop counts. Blood, sweat, and tears, that what we about. Defensive lines a wall, offense storms like thunder. Silverbacks, baby, watch us break asunder. Eyes on the prize, Super Bowl ambition. Coach Ox got the vision, making no omissions. Each play we run sharp, no intermission. Taking over fields, every fan's addiction. Passionate raw, stadiums our domain. Every snap, every throw, we bring the pain. From Patterson to Camden, we're chasing that fame. In 2024, you gon' remember our name. 24, we coming up, yeah, you know. Silverbacks in the game, we steal a show.
All right. Thank you for the Silverbacks for always being a great supporter of Coach Edd and all the ventures I do and I go through. To my brother, Coach Ox, thank you, man, for always being here. So we'll be coming back from commercial break in a couple seconds. Band's in there playing. It'll be the start of the fourth quarter. Rutgers is leading 31-7 over Howard. All right. Howard is lined up, 4th and 3 at about the 49-yard line. Line up in their formation. Here comes the pressure. And wow, there's nobody there to cover that running back. Wide open in the right flats. Great pickup for Howard. Defensive breakdown, man. There was a defensive breakdown somewhere. That was the running back out of the backfield. No one was there to pick up on him, and he got the first down. So Howard went from their own 49 to the Rutgers. I can't see where they're at right now. They have to do a better job defensively. Rutgers is not playing well defensively. I'm sorry, especially against Howard. They're at the Rutgers 33-yard line. So quarterback sneaks out. And he's on the corner, and looks like he picked up about. They gave him the first down, 11-yard run for the quarterback. So, they had pressure. They got in there, and he slipped it. And Desmond Igbenogson took a poor angle. He took a poor angle and let the quarterback get outside of him. So, and that quarterback picked up 11 yards. You know, Howard is not giving up, so I have to give him credit. Pardon me. Definitely a good job. They're at the Rutgers 22-yard line, motion across. They're attacking the flats, and that should be a hold. And did he catch it? No, it's out of bounds. Incomplete, sorry. So it's going to be a second down. Quarterback looked like he had to change his jersey number. He's now wearing number 1. He almost had it. Oh, he dropped it. If he had to maintain, good job by Taj Sanders for knocking it away. But if he could have secured it, that would have been a touchdown. Rutgers playing well defensively, and this is going to be a problem going forward. So Howard is switching over to that touchdown formation, motion across. They ran inside zone, but that should be a legal shift. They were not set for a second. Good. All right. Referees gave it to him. So looks like he picked up about 6 yards on the play. So again, Rutgers is there. Howard is attacking them. They were really attacking them, and Rutgers is not able to stop them. So yeah, there's a pickup of about 6 yards, it looks like. And now he picked up another 2 yards. It was 3 yards. So it's going to be a 3rd and 1. 3rd and 1 for Howard at the Rutgers 13-yard line, rough around. I'm sorry, 4th down. They said it's 4th down. So if I'm Howard, yeah, I'm going for it. It's 4th and 1. So Rutgers is lined up. There's a run to the running back. And did he get it? Did he get it? Did he get it? This referee coming in looks like he's giving it to him. Oh, no, they said Rutgers football. They said Rutgers football. Okay. I thought at first they didn't get the first down, but the way the referee on that side was coming in, it looked like he was marking it as a first down. So, good stop by the defense. Yeah, they did stop him. That's what I thought. So good job by the defense, not letting them score points. Howard, they're there just to score the touchdown. They didn't want to kick the field goal, and I don't blame them. So what is it going to do? So now Rutgers, take this ball. Let's see if you can go down now and really put the nail in the coffin. 31-7. Let's see if we can make it a 38-7 game. So you're not going to cover the spread, but let's see if you can, move it down the field and put points on the board because, this is going to set a precedent. This is going to send a big message to your team going forward. Right now you're roughly, in around your 10-yard line between your 10 and your 15. So let's see if you can take this ball and move all the way down the field and score something, preferably a touchdown, but at least get a field goal. I don't want to see a punt. I don't want to see that. I don't want to see you go down and you score and put a touchdown on the board in reference to this. So, but again, kudos to the defense for stopping them there. So, and just a quick update: Colorado is now on 14-10 at the end of the first quarter. So, just wanted to give a quick update there, and no other major games that I really want to talk about. But yeah. I was talking about that NC Wake Forest. Wake Forest is also up on North Carolina A&T at the half, 17-10. So, but like I said, that's pretty much it. I'm not really going to be diving too much into any other games because it's not too many major games to talk about. So, but what's you guys' thoughts on this game so far? Give me your opinion. So, looks like Kyle Monangai is done for the day. Looks like he's on the sideline. Rutgers is going to be starting at their own 13-yard line. They're going to be in a 2-by-2 formation. You're going to have, is that Brown, Sam Brown? Yeah, it's Kaliakmanis still in there. If we can go down and score points, then this will get Kaliakmanis out of the game and some of your veteran, your offensive linemen. So motion across with Miller, and there goes Sam Brown. And good pickup of about 6 yards on the play. Let the offensive line develop the blocks and then attack the alley that they gave you. So it's going to be a second down. It should be a 2nd and 4. 2nd and 5. So they gave him 5 yards. So I'm surprised Rutgers is also not using their headset because you can. So 2 by 2, right in the middle of the field. Brown to the left of Kaliakmanis. Motion across with Dremel. And there goes Brown with the run. And looks like he picked up another 6 yards. So it's going to be a first down for Rutgers. And that is a Rutgers first down. 11:40 in county in the game. Rutgers leading 31-7 over Howard. Kaliakmanis 11-21, 124 yards, 1 touchdown. So still 4 drops there. So Rutgers is in 1 by 3, tight end to the right, Brown to the left of Kaliakmanis. And here they come with the blitz. Brown right up the gut. And looks like he picks up about another 5 yards. So Kaliakmanis moved Brown over to his right because he read the blitz, and Brown was able to pick up 5 yards on that play because they were going to probably stop it for no gain previously. So Rutgers is 2nd down and about 5, and it's 10:45 left in the game. 3 by 1, tight end to the left, Brown to the left, switch over to the right, and there he goes, Brown right up the middle for another pickup of 6 yards. So Kaliakmanis is starting to read what Howard is doing defensively. So he's just really flipping the running backs to attack the alley. So good job in terms of reading what's going on up front. So it's going to be a 1st and 10, 10-10 left in the game. Brown will be to the left of Kaliakmanis on the next snap. It's a 2 by 2 with a tight wing to the right, and looking to the sideline. Looks like they're going with the play. They're checking it off. 2 seconds, 1 second. Ball is snapped. There goes Brown, and Shiano took the timeout. All right, so he didn't just want to chance it, and I understand that was on Kaliakmanis. He should not have checked. He should have left it be. If you look to the sideline, and they didn't change it, then you stay with it, no matter what. You were doing good prior to that. So, again, this is just the first game. So, it takes time to get acclimated to what's going on. I get it. I understand. So, Rutgers is starting to move the ball a little bit. Let me see exactly where they are. They were about the Rutgers 35, it says. No, I thought they were. Okay, I think they're at the 35. I'm going to wait till we come back from the timeout, but Rutgers is starting to move the ball. Let's take a look at the stats here. Rutgers is 234 yards rushing, 124 yards passing, 358 yards in total offense. And then they're starting to take control. 234, while Howard has 244 in total offense, 154 rushing, 90 passing. Scroggins is 12 of 20, 90 yards, 1 interception. Kaliakmanis is 12 of 21, 124 yards, 2 touchdowns. Scroggins has 11 carries, 76 yards. Hunter has 12 carries, 40 yards. James has 7 carries, 35 yards. Yeagers has 1 carry, 8 yards. Hawthorne 1 for 3. Elizara 1 for 0. Monangai 1 for 19 carries for 165 yards, 1 touchdown. Brown 10 carries for 41 yards, and Kaliakmanis 4 carries for 28 yards. Many people say Kaliakmanis is not a running quarterback. Well, this is showing that he can. While he's not in the same level as Gavin Wimsatt, he's still an effective quarterback in the run game. Receiving, Hawthorne 2 receptions, 21 yards. Hunter 2 receptions, 16 yards. James 2 receptions, 10 yards. Elizara 3 for 9. Clark 1 for 5. Miller 4 for 7 for 37. 4 for 37, 1 touchdown. Brown 1 for 34, 1 touchdown. Fletcher 3 for 38. Strong for 1 for 12. Long 1 for 4. And Monangai 1 for 0. So, that's your stat breakdown right now for, this team right for the game right now. So Rutgers is lined up. It is 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Brown flips over. Kaliakmanis takes off with the run, and he picks up 11 yards, slid late, where the defender ended up on top of him. So I don't blame the defender. The quarterback slid late and slid right into the defender. So good read, though, for Kaliakmanis to take off and get down 11 yards. So run is doing a good job. They have a new left tackle in. Have to check in to see who that is. 3-by-1 with the wing to the left, Brown to the left. Kaliakmanis drops back and throws a pass. There you go. Keep your player up. Who caught that pass? I couldn't see. Okay, Ian Strong caught the pass. It looks like it's about an 8-9 yard pickup. So now I will say this. When you play better teams, Strong cannot just stand there. He has to fight back for the ball because better teams are going to be able to undercut that. So it's 2nd and 2. It's a 2-by-2 with a wing to the right, Brown to the left to Kaliakmanis. Howard is showing motion across with Dremel, and there's a run by Brown, and looks like he's going to fall forward and pick up of about 2-3. Looks like he's going to get about 4 yards, 4 maybe 5 yards. So good run by Brown, especially when he falls forward to get the first down. So, and that's another Rutgers first down. So 8-11 and counting in the game. 1st and 10 Rutgers. Rutgers is lining up. And they're at the 42-yard line of Howard. Same formation. Brown to the left, wing to the right. And motion across with Dremel in the orbit. And Brown, fake to Brown and dump off pass. Is that Kanaka? That's Kanaka. Split zone, dump off to Kanaka. And looks like Kanaka will get another Rutgers first down. So good job, good pickup, and good blocking on the outside. And looks like he got down to about the 30-yard line. So it's going to be a 1st and 10 for Rutgers on this play. 7th, 23 and counting. This front line is doing a good job of controlling the front. 1-by-3 with the wing to the right, Brown to the left, bumped over to the right. And there's the handoff to Brown right up the gut, pickup of about 6 yards. This offensive line is really starting to impose its will. Now, mind you, Howard is getting tired. That's what it boils down to. Howard is tired. So now you're just able to, really push them and impose your will. So, but you have your starting offensive line except for your right tackle. I think that's it's 1-by-3 with the wing to the left. Brown bumped over to the right. I'm sorry, to Brown to the Kaliakmanis on the run. He faked the run to a handoff to Brown. And did he get the 3 signals first down? So good run by Kaliakmanis on this play. Need to do a better job of sliding, but either sliding or diving for the first down. Don't give up your body like that. So, but 3-by-1 Brown to the 3-by-1 Brown to the left. Wing is to that left side. There's the handoff to Brown, and there's a good run and a pickup of about 5 yards for Brown. So they're methodically chipping away at Howard. So, and I'm looking at Howard, a lot of guys with hands on their hips. So 5:33 left in the game, 25 seconds left on the play clock. Rutgers is just taking its time, playing their brand of football. This is what they want. This is the way they want to play. Just be very methodical, run the football, pass, only dump ball pass, 3-by-1, Brown to the right. Are they going to bump him over? Bump Brown over to the left. There goes Brown right up the gut. And Brown is fighting and he's pushing. And it looks like he picked up of about about 14 yards on the play. Looks like he's down to about the 3-yard line. So good run from the 15. I'm sorry. Yeah, I said 14. Yeah, down to about the 2.5. So good job. Good run by Brown. Good setup. Let his offensive line set the blocking up. It's a 1st and goal. They're at the 3 yards, so that was a 12-yard run. 1-by-3. Brown to the right. There goes Kaliakmanis on the pass to Fletcher, in for a touchdown, and a 3-yard touchdown pass. So touchdown, Rutgers on the play. So good job for Rutgers moving down the field on that. Do I wish it would have went to Brown? Yeah, but I understand why they did. So split zone definitely worked effectively on that drive along with the run action. So good job. Good touchdown for Kenny Fletcher. I believe that's his first one as a on the offensive side of the ball as a tight end. Jay Patel is lining up for the extra point. Ball is snapped and it's up, and the extra point is good. And Rutgers is now leading 38-7 on Howard. So good job on that series, on that drive for Rutgers. Looks like it's 4:18 left in the game. So good job overall. Rutgers is now at 276 rushing. Kaliakmanis 15 of 24, 147 yards, 3 touchdowns. Sam Brown is 14 carries, 68 yards. Kaliakmanis 6 carries, 43 yards, along with Monangai's 165 yards. So, and in terms of receiving, Kenny Fletcher now is up 4 receptions, 31 yards, 1 touchdown. So, an efficient day, and not overly impressive, but this is Rutgers' brand of football. So, Rutgers continues to just chip away and play its brand of football. So, now I am expecting to see a lot more over these last 4 minutes, a lot more younger kids out here playing, for Rutgers, because they can do that now. So, so we'll see what happens going forward, in reference to this. So, and where's that? Colorado. North Dakota State is on top of Colorado, 17-14. So, it's a tough one, in terms of Colorado. They don't have any defense right now. So, but it is what it is. So, later on in Big Ten play, UNC will be at Minnesota on the Fox Network. Utah will host South Florida on ESPN Plus on a couple of the late night games. So, but Rutgers is now in control of this game. Doing pretty much everything they need to do to in this second half. I think they've scored 21 points. Yes, 21 points in the second half. So, they have 26 first downs to 13 for Howard. So right there, when you see that, that lets you know that that's a big thing in terms of the way the game is being played. Rutgers is just being physical, and they're controlling the line of scrimmage. Howard, though, like I said earlier, is tiring out. And Rutgers is taking advantage of that. So I can't blame Rutgers. I can't blame Howard. I mean, Rutgers is the bigger team, the stronger team, and they have more talent. So the ball is kicked, and it's out of bounds. They recovered and stepped out at around the 15-yard line. So the young man needed to understand you need to step out of bounds first, then touch the football. If you do that and secure the football, then it's a penalty on the kicking team. So Howard will begin at their 15-yard line. And, I will give them credit. They're not quitting. No matter what, they're not quitting. So they're going to keep fighting, keep doing what they need to do in terms of, playing football. So it's 1st and 10. You still have a lot of starters as far as the linebackers in the first level. You have second string quarterback in there, Thompson and Lewis are still in as a start in defensive ends. Hawthorne has to come off. His helmet came off, so clock is stopped and they're waiting for a replacement. So here we go. Clock is started. 1 by 3. Running back is to the right of the quarterback. And again, like I said, you have a lot of starters in there. Lewis with the tackle of the running back for a loss on the play. There we go. It's a 3rd and 10 for Howard. So I'd like to get Lewis out of there. I know you need to work. You want to work on the pass rush. But, he's in, so you keep him in, let him keep going. So, look, guys, don't sleep on the quarterback running the football. There's the ball in the air, and the pass is overthrown, and it falls out of bounds. So it's now 10. So what is Howard going to do? Are you going to go for it, or are you going to punt the ball? Looks like they're going to punt the ball. So Rutgers now are they going to continue to work their punt block concepts? So Howard is just getting the last man in. 13 seconds on the play clock, and they hold him because of substitution. Rutgers is ready, and the ball's away on the punt. Dremel with the reception, and looks like he's down at around the 38-yard line. So good fielding, and looks like he returned that about 14 yards. So, but Rutgers will have it 1st and 10 when we come back to action. I do expect to see a quarterback change. Right now, I'm not expecting to see Kaliakmanis in there. So let's see what happens. So, all right, so 3:02 left in the quarter. Like I said, I'm expecting to see a quarterback change. Let's see what happens. Okay, they're showing longer beam for some reason. I don't know why. Again, you have a Johnny in there now, the quarterback. You're running 2-by-2 in a tight concept. And there's a handoff. Oh! There goes Raymond on the run there. Broke free, and at the last second, a shoestring tackle. So knocked over a defender. And if he didn't get shoestring tackle, he was going for the touchdown. Good job up front. Same formation, right in the middle of the field. There's the handoff. And he stumbles and falls down on that play. Pickup of about a yard for Raymond. So I wish Shepard would have kept the ball on that because he had the outside angle on that. So, but I get it. I understand. Shepard is 6'2", 233 from the Bronx, New York. So the other time he appeared was against Wagner last year. So, but it's always good when you have this opportunity. So, let young men develop and get better. So We're down to the 2-minute warning in the game. So Rutgers is up 38-7. It's a 2nd and 8. They gave him 2 yards, so it's a 2nd and 8. So I figure same formation, same play, just do the same thing. Don't go. What's up, Tudo? Thanks for being here, brother. Much love and respect. Yeah, please subscribe and hit that. Our boys are doing well, Tudo. Could they have done a lot better? Yes, but overall, 38-7, pretty much controlling the narrative. Monangai, 165 yards rushing, so a dominant game for him. But again, Rutgers, MEAC opponent. I don't think Coach. Here's the other thing. I know Coach Shiano knows their head coach, and he's worked with him, so I don't think he's trying to, in a sense, run up the score. He's just going to play, basic football from here. Getting guys some action, letting them go out there and, try and get some, experience in playing at the college level, especially with a lot of the younger kids. So, and it will help Rutgers going forward in the long run. So you don't always need to see a 50-0 game. If you see a game like this, the odds makers will say Rutgers didn't cover, and, you're going to question things, but in the same token, Rutgers needs to clean up some things, but they also took control of this game and did what they needed to do. So it's perfect. It's a good game. It's not the greatest of games for Rutgers, but it is a good game. So 3 passing touchdowns for Kaliakmanis. Now again, like I said, 4 drop passes. His numbers could be a little bit better, but, he's an efficient quarterback, and that's all I need from him. So, all right, 2 minutes when the ball is snapped. Johnny at the quarterback position, 2-by-2, tight formation. And there's a run right up in the gut. Looks like it's going to be a pickup of about 3 yards. You have wholesale changes on the offensive line, too. So, Taj Wright is in there, Chin, trying to see some of the guys that are in there. Again, these guys need this experience. So again, it's a 3-by-1 with the wing to the left, running back to the right. Just run it. Don't pass it. Maybe do a quarterback. A Johnny Shepard on the run. And it's a pickup of about 4 yards, so it's going to be a 4th and 1. Good job right there. I don't know who took. Howard took a timeout, so that's fine. Howard taking the timeout. Let's see what we can do. Howard should take the timeout because you're going to try and say if we can stop him. Then it becomes a turnover and down. We'll have 2 timeouts, and maybe we can get down the field, and maybe we can score a touchdown. Because that's what you're working for right now. You want to have small victories within the full concept of the game. So right now, the first victory will be forcing Rutgers to do it, go for a turnover on downs. Rutgers, for that matter, they're not going to kick the field goal. They're just going to try and get the first down, and then you can take it from there, maybe kneeling the game out. So that's all you would do. So we're lined up right now. Looks like it's same formation, 2-by-2, tight 2-by-2. Here's the run. And Howard stopped him and for a loss of 2 in the backfield. They blitzed the safety again and made the play, just like in the first half. So good job for Howard turning the ball over, turning the turnover on downs. 1:13 left in the game. But again, hey, that DB knew, just blitz that gap. That's what you're looking for. Attack it and force a turnover on down. So again, right, Rutgers is also making wholesale changes on the defensive side of the ball. You need these guys to get some experience. So let's see what happens. So, but kudos to Howard defense on that play there. So congrats to them. So. But right now, Howard is lining up. Still your starting offense in there. Guys are getting lined up defensively. They're lined up, dropping back. There's a pass over the middle, and it looks like it's a pickup of about 15 yards. So good play with a nice in-cut concept. 16 yards that they gave him. So 2x2 in a spread concept, spread offense. Rutgers is just showing a cover 2 look from there. So and dump off pass to the running back, and it's incomplete. So it'll be a 2nd and 10 for Rutgers. 54 seconds left in the game. They're at Howard is what they're at their, I believe they're at their 30-yard line. So 23 seconds left on the play clock. And Rutgers is not, they're at their 30-yard line. They're playing cover 2. And there goes the first sack in the game. So good job by Rutgers on the sack. So is Howard taking a timeout. And number 82. Let me see who number 82 is for Rutgers. So you got me there. And defensive line, Jordan Walker, Jr., Rochester, New York. So Milford Academy. Okay. Here we go. So good job, good sack by Mr. Walker. So so that takes them, pushes them back some, forces them to take a timeout, which is all we would want them to do. We just want to run this clock out now, if we can. If you can get a turnover, that'll help us just kneel the game out. So that way it'll be official. So, they're waiting for it to get the next game on. Eastern Illinois at Illinois. That'll be next. Rutgers is lined up, 3rd and 20. They're dropping into coverage. The ball was fumbled by the quarterback and throws it to number 0, and he's tackled in the field of play. And it's 33 seconds left in the game. What he can get. Looks like he picked up about 7-8 yards on the play. Oh, no, he got 10 yards. So there's a deep pass, and the pass is incomplete. So we're going to have a turnover on downs for Rutgers. So just going to kneel it out for Rutgers. 15 seconds left in the game. Good job, in terms of the defense. So ultimately, this is going to be a final for me. So I'm just going to type it out as a final. Rutgers will win this game 38-7 against Howard. So you have Olivari Chin and Salami Olivari in the game right now. So as the offensive line, just going to go in and kneel it out. That's all you need to do. Just come in and kneel it out, Coach. Don't do anything too crazy. So, but again, like I said, this is going to be a final. Rutgers is going to beat Howard. Oh, they handed the ball off, and he ran out of bounds. I was not at 50. Oh, Coach, why didn't you just take the knee? That I don't agree with. I mean, you're supposed to just take a knee, Coach. One knee would have just ended the game. Oh, Howard has 2 timeouts. Maybe that's why you're saying that. All right, 3x2. You're lining up. Now, if he had stayed in bounds, that would have been it. So oh, wow, and he scores. I would have loved him just to, just take a couple of hits and then just drop to the ground. So that, okay. So it's 44. I mean, there were some missed tackles, so I can't blame him completely. But you know what? Once you got down there, you know. So final score is 44. They didn't kick the extra point. You know, they just ended it there. So 44-7. Rutgers beats Howard. So um, hmm. um, Rutgers still didn't cover the spread. The spread was 38.5. They scored with 37. So I mean, again, there's a lot of things to clean up for Rutgers. You have some young linebackers who were out of assignment, some blown coverages. Going into next week, against Akron, that's what Rutgers is going to have to clean up. You see the biggest jump from your first week to your second week. So, Howard is still a decent team. In the MEAC. Like I said, I believe they won the conference last year. So, I do have respect for them as a program. Offensively, some of the drop passes with the receivers, a few missed blocks. It could have been a totally different outcome in the game. So, but again, it's still a good thing to come away with the win. I'll see, later if there's any major injuries. I don't believe there were, any major injuries for either team. But, right now for Rutgers, I don't believe there is. Next week, next Saturday, they host Akron. So, you actually have an extra 2 days during this time frame, to recover, get guys rested up and, get ready for the Akron game before you go on a bye. So, but again, like I said, there's some things to clean up, especially in the passing game. I think overall Rutgers will be better, going into the next game. Here's a final stat breakdown. Kaliakmanis was 15-24, 147 yards, 3 touchdowns, 6.1 yards per pass average. Kyle Monangai, 19 carries, 165 yards, 8.7 yards average, 1 touchdown with a long of 39. Sam Brown, 14 carries, 68 yards, 4.9 average, 12 yards his longest. Kaliakmanis, 6 carries, 43 yards, 7.2 yard carry average, and 16 yard average. Johnny Shepard, 1 carry, 4 yards. And I'm missing the other running back. Yeah, they don't have the other running back in the stats line as of yet. Damir Miller, 4 receptions, 37 yards, 1 touchdown. Brown, 1 reception, 34 yards, 1 touchdown. Fletcher, 4 receptions, 31 yards, 1 touchdown. Strong, 2 receptions, 20 yards. Kanopka, 1 reception, 12 yards. Long, 1 reception, 4 yards. Monangai, 1 reception, no yards. For Howard, Scroggins was 14-25, 112 yards, 4.5 average, 1 interception, 1 sack. Yeager, 0 of 1. Scroggins hit 12 carries, 67 yards, 5 yards, 3 yards. James, 8 carries, 33 yards, 4.1, 1 touchdown. Yeager, 1 reception on 1 carry, 8 yards. Williams, 1 carry, 4 yards. Hawthorne, 1 carry, 2 yards. Elizara, 1 carry, 0 yards. Williams, 3 receptions, 40 yards, 13-yard average. Elizara, 4 receptions, 25 yards, 6.2 average. Hawthorne, 2 receptions, 21 yards, 10.5-yard average. Hunter, 2 receptions, 16 yards, 8 yards average. James, 2 receptions, 10 yards, 5 yards average. Clark, 1 reception, 5 yards, 5-yard average. So that's a quick offensive breakdown. That's, want to go over. But again, congratulations to Rutgers on the win, 44-7 over Howard. Doing what they needed to do. I want to thank everyone for tapping in. Tudo, thank you for being here. Arku, Raf, Mosley, Man Cave, Daniel Berry, Unpopular Opinion, Big Pat, Jacob, Iman, Bruce Harper, Blaze, Ghost Dog, Mitch Kowski. Thank you everyone for being here. I really appreciate you guys. Nothing but love and respect for you guys. For all you others who, you didn't join the chat, still thank you for being here and being supportive. Really appreciate you. Make sure you go ahead and like this episode and subscribe on Coach Edd Gladney's Amazing World of Sports, the Big Blue Crew Sports Network, also the Hardcore Sports Network. It'll also be up once I send it in. They're going to download it and upload it onto their network. So, you can go on and see it there if you want to come back and see a replay. Just make sure you hit the like on all those networks, please. I really appreciate you guys. So subscribe if you haven't already done so and hit the notification. And again, it's always sharing all your social media platforms. So I'll be back on to cover Notre Dame and Texas A&M. I believe that is on, I'll tell you 1 second. College football. And I believe that's on Saturday. It should be Saturday, or is it Sunday? I believe it's Saturday, 7:30. I'm just looking for it now. Yeah, Notre Dame, Texas A&M, Saturday at 7:30. I'll be covering that game right here, so make sure you guys tap in. I really appreciate you. And they didn't go. It's 38.5. It was 38.5. That CBS showed me 38.5. So, but they did. If it's anything under Khalid, then hey, there you go. So, but again, thanks again to everyone for tuning in. I really appreciate you all for all your support, and tap in with me again on, like I said, on Saturday as I bring you Notre Dame at Texas A&M, 2 top-ranked programs battling it out. So with that being said, I'm going to take you out of here with my doing it for the R. Nothing but love and respect. Peace.
Yo, I'm reppin' Rutgers, yeah, we do it for the R. Scarlet Knights flexing hard, yeah, we gonna raise the bar. All the pride in New Jersey, man, we stand tall and proud. From the Brunswick to the shore, we gon' turn it up real loud. Athletics in our veins, we hustle, we grind. The streets to East Coast, always on our mind. Red and black, we attack, yeah, we never fall back. In the heart of the game, Rutgers putting up the stats.
Jersey strong, yeah, we doing it right. For the R, put a thumb and we gon' fight all night. East Coast energy, hit 'em with the hype. Rutgers on the project, taking that flight.
From the glassy to the field, we excel, we win. Got the spirit of the all, let the games begin. We represent the Garden State. Hustle, grit, no debate. Determination in our eyes. Nah, we don't hesitate. We got strength, we got heart. Every play, every ball. Loyalty in our soul from the end to the start. It's a Rutgers way, never sway. Steady on our grind with the pride of New Jersey. Success we gon' find.
Jersey strong, yeah, we doing it right. For the R, put a thumb and we gon' fight all night. East Coast energy, hit 'em with the hype. Rutgers on the project, taking that flight.
Yo, and this the end still a raw. Scarlet Knights, here a sword. Champions the spirit, break it down every door. Red wave rising, see the power in our stride. With the hearts of a night, we got that Jersey pride. When the lights bright on that Saturday night, Rutgers spirit burning, shining in the fight. In every passing tackle, we blaze with desire. In the halls of the Ivy, setting the field of fire. From the alumni to the youth, we carry the flame. United by the banner in every single game. This is more than just a team. It's a legacy strong for the R, for the glory we gon' carry on.